What's up, Hippo lovers? World Cup Grand Final starting. Organized by T90 and Nacho. Over $30,000 prize pool, and now we are playing for all the glory, all the marbles. Best of 7. Norway, represented by TheViper and MbL. China will send in Mr. Yo and Lux. We're obviously starting off with Arabia, and then potentially up to 6 home maps. As you can see, prize money 7.2k for first, 5.1k for second. So they're playing for another $2,100 combined. But obviously, the pride and fame is way bigger than that. We will see in the blue trunks here. I will correct the colors any second. We will have the Viper responsible for the horses. He is playing Hans. Then on the other side, pretty far away from him, we have MbL playing Mayans. And we already see some villager action here. Viper is trying to get some intel over this situation. We are live in this game, and Lux is chasing this one away. Lux himself playing Ethiopians, the strongest archer civilization that they still had up for grabs, and Mr. Yo with the strongest horse civ that they did draft, Franks. So, slight civilization advantage is probably something we could give over to the Chinese side, but honestly, only small. This is the moment where I ask you for predictions. Left-hand side, Norway. Right-hand side, China. I myself am predicting a 4-2 for Norway. I see a 4-2 for China, 4-3, 4-3, 3-4 for 1, 2-4 for 3. Okay, so more people here on the side of China. Some people confusing where left and right is. Slinging it out? Yes! But only if you reach Castle Age first. 3-3 and then technical KO makes lots of sense. Likely scenario in Age of Empires. And I'm also like, I was not sure if I wanted to say 4-2 for Norway or just a draw. MbL will be MVP. Okay. Admin win for game 7. Could be late. Obviously, guys, it's a topic we have to address earlier because I don't want to read it in the YouTube comments. This one is starting 18 GMT. So basically 18 plus 7, 25 GMT for China. So they could easily play till 4, maybe even 5 a.m. in the morning for themselves. But also know that they are very used to playing at European times, playing their show matches there as well. And therefore, I'm expecting them to be 100% on point here. Where does it leave Mr. Yo if he loses the Lazy Boys? Well, only the second best team in the world. I think he will be super depressed. My Norway is doomed this game. Are they? Viper with a relatively early farm. Especially if he has 2 ostrich rotting away here. Something
hi all you beautiful people, less than 3.
that I don't like too much. What I like is Hollery, always with the positivity, and 44 months of support. 3 on wood here in the back, and that is really, really weird to me. 4 on berries, all good. And look at this boy in the green trunks. Obviously, Mayans indirectly starting with Loom at the beginning, so he can go for some more laming. Did not expect that, and Mr. Yo, he obviously has no idea that this is happening. Now we'll see MbL building the barracks, and well, everything will feel relatively reasonable. And at one point, Mr. Yo will be like, what happened here? Classic lamer boy. Yeah, it's like MbLol for sure. And he already shot all the ostrich.
Let's go Norway, Nilly Energy.
And Mr. Yo saw that one. Okay, so I was more confused by one of the farms there of the Viper than actually MbL going pretty wild here. Only 2 on berries here. Quite surprising to me by Mr. Lux, who's still not on gold, but obviously with Ethiopians, we can delay that a bit. Why are the civilizations so strong on Arabia? We have a player that has faster working scouts, faster working stables, I mean, by a solid 25%, even if the texture is saying
favorite caster of my favorite game.
20%. then we don't have to build any houses. Therefore, you save quite a bit of resources and have a really smooth opening. Lovely place. So they will be transitioning into cavalry, also getting all the upgrades and paladins in the end. Then we have Mayans with the cheaper archers for themselves, so not unlikely that they will mass those. He will play the strategy that we call Drushfast Castle. So we'll build some militia, we'll wall himself, and then probably try to make something happen in Castle Age happen. And he is actually attacking over Mr. Lux, who gets 100 extra food, 100 extra gold if he reaches the next age, and his archers are shooting faster, so lovely move there, and he will synergize quite well with Franks that have all the upgrades and even more HP on their cavalry, lacking bloodlines there in exchange, but that is negated basically for knights. And you get the farm upgrade. So strong choices all across the board. Thank you so much for so much support flying in here. Didn't really expect that. Apparently you're all excited for the finals here. We had Sestapol, Rehamiron, and Trebuchet Society flying in with their subs. And Debbie finishes this one off with a gifted sub. Thank you guys, and grills and helicopters. MbL seems on point today. Well, that is a lot of judging by, yeah, MbL did build some militia and vault himself. So, he is on point. He is not changing his account. He's playing himself. Hey yo. Spearman opening here even by the Viper. Something we don't see too often. That he tries to play aggressively with the Spearman against someone who most of the time opens with some archers himself. That one should get sniped. And I don't want to be Nilius Sodamos here, but that one won't have the best field day ever. Most of the time you only open that Spearman if you're facing some player with some scouts yourself, and you can see Spearman already down, but did take away some focus to Viper, maybe a bit more HP on his scouts than he normally could have. Militia easily cleared up there. Mr. Yo already in feudal age, scouts good enough to find the kills. And look at those walls by Mr. Yo. He now needs to wall around this lame. Oh, where is other gold spots? One over here and the third one. Oh, at the very front. So I think he might actually even fight this one through. Hi. I missed the draft. Can you quickly talk about civs and maps? No. Go back to the VOD, my man. And shame on you for having something more important to do than the World Cup finals at Nearly AoE's channel. Shame on you. 3 idle villagers here for Mr. Yo, but instantly fixed. Spearman for the defense, expecting the double here, but yeah, Viper with solid production shouldn't be the big problem. He obviously needs to produce quite a bit because MbL won't be producing enough archers for quite some time. And now Mr. Yo is fighting through this one. Obviously remember, villagers get extra bonus against buildings, so eventually he will chop through. Good tip for Viper, now he can't get housed. Well, shouldn't we then see that one for MbL? Could make some sense. Viper is still not on gold, can't afford bloodlines, builds a defensive tower. He is so scared, this guy. Oh boy. He has a horrible map, cannot really wall anything. And I honestly think that was one of his biggest weaknesses in 2v2s. Is under defending and playing too greedy. And today, completely different. Goes for full production with scouts, skips villagers even. And goes for the defense upgrade on those scouts. Builds a defensive tower. Even overproduces Spearman here. And yeah, I think this is one of the ungreediest snakes that I've seen in quite some time. Market here, maybe. Oh, Mr. Yo, what is he playing? Went for the outside gold. Okay, didn't really want to bother with that too much. Now the tower here will make the defense happen, and Viper sitting at a solid 9 scouts. I think he can take this engagement against only 11 units, make it 12 units, but he also is having 10 scouts. And as I said, with the defense upgrade, he should be looking pretty strong there with the defense. Hera saying scouts versus fast cast is fine because you get map control. Can you explain that? Well, just think about Mr. Yo. He is running around. He can do what he wants, while MbL is obviously sitting in the back, right? So MbL, he doesn't have army in the face of his opponent, but Mr. Yo already has army in the face of Viper. In 1v1, it is obviously a bit more tricky. Basically, scouts are surrounding all this area, and those archers could not move out if it's a 1v1, right? 8 scouts sitting over here could have intercepted that, and that's why scouts are okay against fast castle. But if you can't do damage against the fast castle player and he can get to the more upgraded units, obviously he will be in the advantage again. MbL getting botkin while we see the Viper clearing that one up. Has bloodlines as well. Microspec the low HP scouts. Lovely play. Is going for the kill now. Will lose 1 scout here. Indeed. Nice micro. And Mr. Yo is coming over. But as we mentioned earlier, no bloodlines. So technically he has more HP. But only till 1 player gets bloodlines and then he has 11 less. Or fewer, right? Because it's points? I think so. Uh-oh, crossbows. How did they get in? How did they get in? Did he just run in? MbL! I thought those would, like, knock at some walls somewhere. That should not have happened. Mr. Yo! I don't see a hole either. That was all walled. I think he just ran through this area under the TC. Stable, house, that's all connected. Oh, MbL, that is more damage than he thought. And Viper's now coming over, knowing that Mr. Yo will send all his scouts to the clear up. MbL beamed over there. Maybe that's the case. Finds another villager kill. And that's what we said, right? With scouts, you get the map control. But if your scouts at the other side, you actually don't get map control. Viper could actually jump on that gold. Uh-oh. Killed some scouts first. Lots of damage. Killed 2 more scouts. Lovely job. 10 scouts against 7. MbL stone count. I can say 100. So did add 1 TC. Some quick walls here. Viper with another engagement. Not really happening. Lurks now moving out. Knowing that the scouts are here. You can see it on the minimap. So that could be a bit problematic for the Viper. And nice walls by Mr. Yo, though. Next army here at the left-hand side, trying to make something happen. Lots of axes. They're trying to go for the gate. Obviously, no armor on those gates. Viper is in. That could be a lot of dead villagers, but night production can maybe start now. At least 1 dead. Great opening here for Norway. More villagers being idled, and that's a lot of idle farms. More villagers there at the top. Some can jump into the tower, but it's 11 villagers on the woodline, so Viper, if he wanted to commit, could find some more kills. Is there foundation behind the barracks? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the flag there. How much can Lux do now? Ethiopians. He can sit under there, right? That is no... Oh no, that's the gold. I think there will be like 2-3 dead villagers. Meanwhile, trying to get out of there. Obviously, Knights should clean this one up. Now, this will be lots of losses on either side. Viper's dodging that one quite nicely. Looks not with the craziest micro. I think its second kill could have been possible. But remember, it is Europe versus China. So, some small lag might happen there. That is an overchop by the snake. Oh, double overchop even. Uh-oh, that's going to be some dead villagers. Opens the walls there. Left side. So, he actually has 4 holes in that woodline now. The villager X... What? Okay, just sent that one to its death. That's a bit surprising. Maybe he saved those a bit more. Maybe a bit of debating. But Viper now at 31 villagers. Obviously a horrible map. And now goes triple stable with Hunts. Goes for the light cap upgrade. Something we don't see too often for 9 scouts here. And some of them on the weaker side. MbL sitting at 48 villagers. He just loves to be in that position, right? Goes for full crossbow. Villager kills here. And that is with ballistics now. 29 villagers make it. 29. Nice save. MbL coming over with his knights. Lots of army. And Lux will just get cleared up here quite easily. And overall villager count relatively even. Now joining the party here is Mr. Yo. I love when I see all 4 colors at the screen. And they are dancing around. MbL only focusing down on the crossbows. Viper now positioning and pushing Mr. Yo away. Nice hold here by Norway. Already game number 1. Delivering. Viper obviously couldn't provide the full meta game, the full wall, and just armies clashing against each other because this map was so horribly open. Not sure how he could create anything there reasonably nice. If he had just berries here, I could see a small wall around his TC, but with those berries at the front, Not really an option. I think his reaction was actually quite reasonable there. Thumping on the way for MbL ballistics as well. But we see Luke's already adding more archery ranges. Goes for number 4 now. Whew. Would MbL have walled it? I don't know how. I think MbL would have probably like walled this way, that way, that way a bit more. And given up the berries a bit earlier. Yeah. Whew. No production at the moment from Lux. A bit surprised by that. Is he waiting for... No, he has. Did he have ballistics? Okay, no, waited for thumbring. Okay, that makes lots of sense. And army numbers for him sitting at 22, MbL 25. So overall, pretty even. Viper, 38 villagers, but MbL at 55. And, well, that's kind of a repeat from what we saw in the semi-finals, guys, right? Viper kind of being the punching bag, and MbL, strong economy, strong numbers, taking good fights. And some people talked of being the carrier. I would like to say the army producer. Or something like that. Viper X broken. Hope that he will fix it for the future. Not completely unlikely. I think just taking one scout from Mr. Yo, or maybe one knight, and just shoot through those walls could make lots of sense. Makes it easier if he wants to transition later on. Viper will be the next target for attacks again. MbL chasing this one down. Viper, I think... Oh, look at that. 13 light cav. So he did continue producing scout slash light cav here? Huh. That is something I didn't expect. See, we'll finish. We'll see one dead villager, and that's kind of it. Nice reaction by the snake. 38 crossbows against 20 though. MbL with solid numbers. They should just wreck this one quite easily. Villager count, pretty even, I would say. Slight advantage for Norway, not the most important thing. Wheelbarrow now flying in for Lux. Obviously, eco upgrade, something we can't see with this overlay for now. Chasing this one his way while trying to take another attack at the front. Love how active China is playing this one. They know, okay, all their army is out of position. Let's try to find another angle, and sending just good armies over there. So that will be a double-pronged fight. Let's take a look how much damage they will be able to inflict. Trying to do some more damage now with the hill. Maybe the moment to take the fight. Viper is taking it there at the top, and he will have the hill advantage. Lux is kind of moving in there. I'm a bit surprised. I think just fighting downhill might have been the way to go. Getting cleared up there completely, and... Norway has to be happy with that one. Score still incredibly close. Next engagement over here. MbL just losing way too many crossbowmen. Maybe even some villagers behind this one. And yeah, that's quite some crossbows going down. MbL with a misplay. Lost like 6-7 crossbows before they could even fire. And now splits off his army a bit here apparently. Whew. MbL has 5 archery range production. Lux is sitting at 4. Now building the 5th one. MbL indeed at 5. No villager production for now, though. He was thinking about imping this one. Oh, then it hurts even more. Now it's clicking up to him. At the moment, only 4 farmers, really. Has 61, 40 of those idle. Oh, boy. What a great timing found by China here against MbL. Trying to stop his greed. MbL seems safe enough, though. Looks like a good trade. Really? Okay. MbL will continue losing stuff. Pop 108. Overall population seems really close, right? 178 against 185. Villager counts really even for everyone. China now with the small advantage. Military-wise, MbL sitting at 56 though, just crazy. Obviously, Mayans with the cheaper archers compared to the stronger archers of Ethiopians. With the numbers, but a bit less firepower. +2/+2 on those. Full production here. No TC is really working. Is he trying to click up pretty soon? MbL, no production either. So Maxo slipping a bit. Finding another round of kills against the Viper. 2 volts down. Has to pull more. MbL now going on stone, indeed. 11 villagers. And we did see in this series earlier how good Obsidian arrows could be, but those crossbows, just 48, just slaughtering those like 20 that we had there. Meanwhile, though, Viper might lose his starting TC. Gets a castle up behind this one. Some villager losses for sure. Not the most important thing, though. And I think this might even be safe. I think China might be throwing here. Oh no, don't give me quick hits. Don't give me quick hits. 1 quick hit, 2nd quick hit. Delete the farm, maybe. Oh no. And that's lots and lots of losses. All those crossbows are dying. Knights in big problems there as well. Yeah, they did clear up Viper, but lots and lots of crossbows dying. And I think MbL could maybe dictate this game. He is Imp. He can afford Arbalest. He can afford Bracer. What a wild game to start this one off. Rams being prepared. What? Oh, that was only the ram to clear up all this. Okay. I thought he wanted to play a ram push against an Imp player, Mayans, as a Castle Age player himself. Only 250 food for Mr. Lux right here. Imp far away from him. Even techs into skirmishes now. That's quite surprising to me. Castle here, quite defensively being built. Could he maybe have controlled another gold? No. Has to be really happy with his gold positioning, honestly. Like that one kind of surrounded safe by a wood line. And the other two very defensively. And Mayan's so reliant on the gold positioning. So, lovely for him. Obsidian arrows delayed for quite a bit. Simply because that castle had to be cancelled. Ram now still knocks at the front door. Viper, well, he has to go for the boom. Great match and great casting. Thank you, my man. 3TC is active. Did Lux sling? No. I would be extremely surprised if we saw any sling this game. Yo's Impel hit hard. Well, let's see about that one. We have Obsidian arrows now on the way. Arbalest count at 37. Not the greatest economy here. Can't really click the defense upgrade. Now we see some sling. Maybe I missed some. Maybe you saw that one better than I did, guys. Did we see coinage and I missed it? That ram doing work indeed. It's now forcing some villagers out there. Oh god, that is not pretty. Where are we taking Cavaliers? Knight here, knight there. And that's stable in the back. 60% there. Should probably get the upgrade. Yep, MbL not focusing on it. +4 upgraded, 80% up. Well, not the prettiest fight. That one could get cleared up quite easily if Mr. Yo wanted to take it. Now takes the fight a bit too early for my test. Doesn't even have the second attack upgrade. And oh no, I think that is the wrong timing here. Now only we see the upgrades finishing. And I think MbL is taking this fight. Especially with the reinforcements in the back. He's still so clumped up there. 31, or is it? Did I misjudge this one? Is it just that some more HP will do it and the reinforcements are coming in there? Oh, that is why Mr. Yo is in the finals and not me. Nice engagement here. Did find the spot. Obviously, great positioning by MbL. I thought it could have been enough, though. And is getting pushed back. Meanwhile, all that is getting cleared up, I thought. But next group of Lux is coming over. And he actually... It doesn't look like a sling. And I tried to stay on the point of view of Mr. Yo. So maybe just some small amount of resources were sent. Now goes for the Paladin upgrade. And at the moment, Obsidian arrows can't do much. MbL with a misplay here. Not enough archery ranges. That one ram did so much for him. Look at that. Over 30 Arbalest in production here. If he had the archery ranges a bit earlier... Just think about it. If he had 30 more Arbalests on the field, population would just be crazy. Everyone really close together, within 15 population. Now jumping over there, Viper not on the way to Imp and continues to build some knights to clear this one off. I think mixing in 2 targets could have been a good option. Had the castle around, didn't think of it. Are Mangonels an option for defense considering Viper's not on the map at the moment? I don't think so, no. Mangonels, not a great unit for a team game. Just one Cavalier obviously can kill the Mangonel quite easily again. You can't really defend against it. Not really a mobile unit, and once the opponent gets to Imp, you're not doing anything anymore. Okay, this is Yo jumping on the Viper thinking that he clicked up to Imp. And going for the furthest back TC. I like the idea. Viper though, doesn't even have the resources to click up pretty soon. Uh-oh, that's still a deadly, deadly force. Some raids in the back, love that. So you're so good in those spots. Trade is being set up. Mr. Yo is the best team player in the world, mate. Uh-oh. Don't say that when the Max fanboys are around. Don't say that when Viper fanboys are around. You're on thin ice, my man. Paladin's now jumping again. Numbers not that crazy though. 12 here. Well, we'll clear up the kind of reinforcement group, but there's still 38 left, and we will see what the Mangonel can achieve. I don't think it will achieve much. Paladin's just dying. I don't like this engagement too much for Mr. Yo. Has to deal with that group ASAP. It's more going for the reinforcements. Viper, heavy losses. MbL sitting at 50 villagers though. So many villagers lost there. And we are always saying how good his defense is, but honestly, maybe this time he couldn't deal with the mobility of Mr. Yo. Mangonel around, and I think MbL already saw that one, was bugging out a bit, is going for the kill. Could that be the Mangonel shot? Not coming so far. 82 population for MbL, tries to micro against this, and Mangonel actually shooting the own troops. That Mangonel was actually good for MbL. Another group, oh god, below 50 villagers now, MbL. Oh, that is so unfortunate for him. So many raids here, couldn't really defend. Arbalest numbers now coming over for the defense. Lux is trying to find another angle, and Norway has to tap out game number 1. China is taking Arabia, guys. Lovely, lovely play by them. Obviously, Viper with a horrible map here to start this one off. Couldn't really do too much. MbL then very cornered. Couldn't really get the defensive castles off. And didn't really expect the... Was it a sling by Lux in the end? I don't know. It was some resources for sure. But he continued to produce crossbow. He did go for a handcart and some... trade cards. Yeah, it had to be a sling of some 1,000 resources. That was too many paladins and too much control. Lovely team play here by Yo and Lux for sure. MbL and Viper. Whew. They can't be too happy about that one. But okay. Long series ahead of us. Nothing lost on game number 1. As you all know, we have seen people come back from worse than 1-0 down in a best of 7 series. Mr. Yo with a crazy KD here. Hello. MbL with 72, largest army, but Mr. Yo with 34 somehow won. That really shows you the strengths of Frank Paladins. And 4,500 resources sent, while Viper only sent 1.5k. So yeah, that was way more than what I realized there. Nice observation from you, chat. 1-0 lead. Up next, a home map for Norway. We can make some axes and can get rid of Mayans and Hunts, but we also had an investment of Franks and Ethiopians, so strong picks. Would you say that Lux is a player that is especially strong in team games? He's stronger in team games than in 1v1s, yes. Scandinavia will be up next for Norway. So the MbL have wrecked Lux. He was there at one point, right? This castle being delayed and killed. Delayed MbL's push just so much. Because he isn't going for any siege, right? He's simply going for the Arbalest to kill all the buildings. And if you don't have obsidian arrows, you're way slower. Don't you think the role MbL tried to play in this game, Viper, is better in that goal? Not necessarily, no. Can you explain why no harps are built to counter paladins? You can go for them, but he didn't have the economy, right? He was sitting at 50 villagers. And food is the trickiest resource to get to. So you need to invest into wood to get farms, to then have villagers on food. And it's just easy if you already have a wood gold eco setup to continue producing Arbalest. Technically, Halberdiers is the counter, but it also is not great if we are facing looks that could come over. Halberdiers feel right. It's just tricky to get to them and get all the upgrades again, right? You already have all the upgrades for your Arbalests. Wasn't FC too greedy with Viper's bad map? Good point. It felt like MbL dictated the strategy and Viper tried to make adjustments. So, kind of the civilizations that we expected, or at least that we had in discussion. We have Italians for the Viper, complemented by MbL's Persians. So they would be really good if they were to contest water. While we see the other team going for the Imp Monsters. Mongols for Mr. Yo, Celts for Lux. If this game goes above 50 minutes, China won. Do you think MbL lane was worth it? Yeah. Do you think MbL underperformed? No. Like, the question is like, where do we draw the line of underperforming, right? Let's say this is my average. Do I need to, like, is this the normal range where you say that's how Neely plays? Is this the normal range? Like, let's say my skill is the number 100, right? And I'm playing between 110 and 90 of my skill potential. Are you saying Neely played normal? Or is the moment I'm going for 99 already underperforming? While I'm underperforming in 49% of my games then. I don't think this was a bottom 20% game for MbL, if that's your kind of answering your question. Why MbL not lame second goal too? He has Will there. Could have, yeah. Could have. 90 to 110, normal, we're not robot. Okay. So, let's take a close look at what's happening here. The Viper is playing Italians, and they kind of have the river behind them. Persians for MbL. Will be tricky for him to contest the river at the bottom. Obviously, Mr. Yo playing Mongols and Lux as Celt. As I mentioned earlier, this is a deadly army composition, right? SO, Halberdier, Ram, Boat Raiders, Elite Mangodai. What can you really do? Paladins from MbL, Genoese crossmen from Italians. Remember, old pets, though they produce really slowly. Yeah, not sure how this is going to be played. How they want to address this one. Why is Yo eating the boar so fast? New build order? Well, short distance boar and Mongols, my man, right? So you just take one sheep. He, in this case, did take, I think, one, right? Yeah, he did take one sheep and then the boars. Makes lots of sense. Because if you get the 3 boars, the 3rd boar is completely rotting anyways. So you try to not take as many sheep early on. Why not pick Japanese on Scandinavia? Well, you need one civilization that is still for... 9 HP. Saved. Okay. Well, you need one civilization, obviously, for Team Islands, right? Who had Japanese? Wasn't Japanese for China A? Yeah, so that's just for Team Islands for them. Norway does not have any powerhouse civ here. Well, as I said, Paladin, Genoese Crossbowman is probably the ideal army composition. But we see Lux doing Lux things. Let's take a look. Goes for the boar lame there. Will kill one, or will lame one boar though. And Viper? Oh. Okay, no. We'll all be fine. Yeah, Spain yesterday had Mongols and Celts, and they won as well with a deadly army composition that could not be addressed. While we see MbL actually sneaking through there. So quite interesting that Yo is around and did allow this one. This one could be a game-winning move. If MbL can secure the bottom water and Viper will have an easy task defending the top water, then they could just get ahead so heavily in economy. The colors of Team China and the overlay are wrong. Did they switch colors? Oh, that should be forbidden. That's honestly not my mistake. Someone call an admin. They should be replaying this. What? What is this barracks? What is this barracks? Holy guacamole. And Viper should have no idea about this. Now he sees the barracks. LOL. Oh god, looks. And this is so easily walled off, right? I'm not sure if that is actually doing so much. Honestly. Ay. This Lux boy. He did collect some gold already. So, oh, he actually has a villager on gold. And has loom. And is around docking at the top side. Ay. Tricky situations here. And yeah, he just guarantees himself to lame everything, right? Normally, villagers can fight this one back. But this way, can be happy with this. Yeah, the boars too. That's basically why he sent the villager initially, I believe. Yeah, Lux just doing Lux things. How would show match Lux against Roomstock look like? Huh. Why is China sneaking versus two better water civs? Well, Viper's not docking there, right? So it's only 1v1. And if Viper's not seeing it, then the sneak is just brilliantly good for you. It does, like, if it's just two fire galleys against no fire galleys, it doesn't really matter who had the better civ initially. Wall. MbL. Oh, and that is one with low HP already. Militia, remember, they are still faster. Old patch, Militia with the speed. Can they go through? No. Good job there. Another low HP villager. And don't tell me MbL is actually saving every single one of them. Looks like it. Villager got through there, though. We'll get a shot in his face behind this. And is he sending the low HP villagers back? Yes, he is. MbL with the misplay. 5 HP will sends him back. Okay, that is a nice move. Ooh, the intensity early on in game number 2 already. How did that militia get in? Oh, that's actually open. It's not walled to the gold.
Oh my dear.
Ay. What a wild, scrappy game. And then you can't go for too much here. Look at that. Doesn't really have the villagers on gold. And that should all be scouted. Now goes for some weird walls here. Looks, I hate him so much for it. If I was playing against him. But I love him so much if I'm casting. This guy is just a roller coaster of emotions for me. And now he walls this villager in. So annoying, guys. And that villager is surviving as well. Low HP there. Those two militia still having a reasonable HP, honestly. Meanwhile, Yo is enjoying life. Yeah, he's adding a stable. Could still get in here. MbL doesn't really know that this one is open. Viper walled himself and is contesting water a bit. Looks still in Dark Edge. Obviously, can't really do too much there. Villager walled in here. Snake, I think, yeah, deleting the dock even to save that villager. Idling the two fishing ships. Ay. Did Yo see MbL's dock? Yes, he did. That scouted earlier. Only saw one of the two, though. And another barracks by Lux! Are you kidding me? What is happening here? That should not be a thing. Double barracks rush. I haven't seen that in years. Oh god, this looks, boy. And yeah, queues up militia now, villagers around. I think he should really run. But obviously he wants to prevent the wall, so I can see that reasoning for sure. And MbL, he doesn't want to underreact, now pulls enough villagers against this. Scouts here will find some kills against the Viper, who, well, had that gate open for a small moment. Does have Loom, and okay, finally MbL walled behind this one, but still massive annoyance here. Oh boy, would I love to hear. I think I will rewatch that VOD from MbL and listen to his voice chat and how he reacts to this one. There should be a lot of bad words included in that VOD. Meanwhile, fishing ships going down there, and Viper, he obviously should have the best economy, 35 there, as we can see, being in feudal age and having the double dock. Now everything blocked. Another house, weird spot though. And yeah, oh, that's actually defended by Mr. Yo. Good job. He's preparing a demo here, and it feels like Mr. Yo not too far away from clicking up to Castle Age. I will give you an overview of resources. Viper can click up at a reasonable timing. Lux is sitting at 200 food there. Obviously, dock in the back could have been really good for him. Those farms are just buggy, guys. Not really sure what's happening, and I hate that he's not really going for the deer enough. Yeah. Oh, that one actually survived. And then, oh god, Lux just continues to build houses. On the way to Castle Age, Yo and the Viper. Lux still in Dark Age. MbL, Feudal Age with 12 food and going for some water shenanigans. Well, mismicroing here though. Oh, just gets owned by Mr. Yo, but obviously he has to care about so much at home. Just ugly to play for him. Oh, Viper plays archers. And this is a wild, wild game. Viper should have a really easy game though, with 3 docks, constant fishing ship production. Italians just play so smoothly, and what is Yo even going for? He could go for knights, maybe? Probably has to contest water first. But it feels like he won it now. Kind of. Militia maybe finding another angle, and that's a lot of low HP villagers here. Man-at-arm upgrade, not an option yet. We're only 60%. Now the tower being rushed out. 2 low HP villagers included. Can MbL wall in front of that one? Pulls the 1 low HP back. Pulls both low HP backs. Good move there. Might lose 1 anyways. Let's take a look. Pulls some more of those villagers. And is actually bailing on the tower. What? 70% now close to the TC. 1 militia trade-off against 1 villager, and militia finding another angle. Maybe walling this one up at the same time. Could have been a crazy move by MbL, but didn't really know. No, Viper's coming over and will clean this one anyways. Gill nets for the snake. Also goes for... Oh, the sneaky dog in between. This is so good. Oh god, Viper might single-handedly win this game. Our resource looking for Lux. Yeah, he is not upgrading to men-at-arms. Just 1 random house. 15 HP. Just tries to buy some more time, Lux. But he gives that one up. And I was surprised that he was going for any upgrades for water. But, well, if he gets his sneaky dog out on the other side, that makes hell of a lot of sense. Viper at 42 workers now. We see Lux on the way to Castle Age, gets the wood upgrade. So MbL the slowest. 80 food only for him. Ay. Heavily disturbed there. Lost the water here and won't be able to do much. And what? How did Mr. Yo... Guys, that is crazy awareness. He didn't see any army for so long, apparently, that he thought, okay, maybe a dock. Or maybe he just spotted the dock. Maybe just spotted the dock by patrolling there. I didn't really see it. That was certainly fortunate. Not sure if Mr. Yo can make a hold happen, though. I think he has reasonable numbers. Does he want to afford into War Galley though? Not sure. Triple TC for him. Viper sits at 2, but as we mentioned several times, full water control for him. He saw the deer? Nah, I don't think so. Don't think so. Demo, how well will it connect? Well, trades off against the low HP. Mr. Yo won't mind that one too much. Can someone tell me privately who won the game before? I lost internet. Well, the score is at the top. Oh, you mean the series before? Well, then Wikipedia will tell you, and scrolling back in the VOD will tell you that it was Spain winning 4-0. Okay, Demo's now being added at the bottom pond again. Lux is actually going for water. Tried to double redock here. I think I like this. He knew that he had to do something. Viper, oh, lots of aggression though. I think we need some demos here from Lux as well. No, and those crossbows could be aggressive. All effort to protect spoilers. Well, it is a live stream, right? And we had the match directly before this one. So... yeah. Does villager count here include fishing ships? Yes, that's why I'm always saying workers instead of villagers on water maps. Viper with a nice surround, preventing himself from eating any big demo hits. And yeah, that will be stopped. Demo connects quite reasonably well, and he's trying to go for the snipe. Lots of fishing ships there in the back. Might find 1 or 2 kills. Some over here. Already puts out some fish traps here. Quite a ballsy move. Viper, how many kills can he find? Oh, that could be problematic. Runs into that one though. 1 misclick. If he just was sitting here, he could have gotten some more villager kills. Actually lost 2 crossbows, I believe, and didn't kill a single villager. Went really well for Mr. Yo there. Aggression here kind of stopped. Siege Workshop. Aggression is what we expect from Lux. He should have double Siege Workshop indeed. 1 at home, 1 at the front. Still continues to go for some War Galleys. And just goes for another raid. But that's more distraction than actual kills at this very moment. Red dot still triggering me here in the back base. And... yeah, very late, cast age timing here by MbL. Probably the slowest cast age timing by him for a non-chaos pit game in this whole tournament. I hope we are not going to see a Mangudai ramp push. Yeah, we are. I can guarantee you that we are not, because we only have 152 stone, 3 on stone here. Demo hit number 1, demo hit number 2. Good job there by MbL. And
give me your extra resources.
Keep up the good work, also in the next year.
Dark Boomers, I'm trying to. Thank you for the 10 euros. 3 fire galleys killing a fire ship, obviously. Can't really repair against that one. And that's going to be a lot of aggression, but Viper with the defensive castle. Lovely move here. He will be safe. And he just loves life, right? He will just produce so many fishing ships. Wouldn't be surprised if at one point he wants to go over there and maybe put down another dock for himself. I will never understand the logic behind fire ship needing a shit ton of time to destroy a building, while Huskarls just smack their sword against the castle and down in an instant. Okay, Jaws. I really feel for you. I hope one day you can live with it. Oh, war galleys being added. Why are we adding war galleys? That is weird, Viper. Is that a misclick or something? Meanwhile, he tried to clear up the fight here. He queues up more war galleys? What is he doing? Where is he expecting attack? Is he expecting an attack over there? Apparently. Huh. What's the technology behind fire ships? Fire. And ship. Viper imping. Are condos viable? I think absolutely, yeah. I think they could destroy Lux. The question though, how well will you do against Mr. Yodo, who most likely is transitioning into Mangodai? So Arbalest feels like the safer choice. He wants fish traps and keeps them safe. Yeah, but do you need war galleys to protect that? Apparently you do. But nah, I think that might be misclicked, honestly. Okay, Mangonel aggression here, and soon war galleys will completely defend everything here, and I will be, well, the idiot of the stream. For a change. Nearly, how is Viper be like in tournaments when it comes to communication and voice? Great. He is very supportive. Talks way more than, for example, Jordan and I do. I would say probably the best that I've ever played with when it comes to communication. Probably, yeah. Can Viper hold 2v1? Well, let's see how much of 2v1 it's going to be, right? Lux is sitting at 54 villagers, MbL is getting reasonable at it, and it will take quite some time till Yo will get to Elite Mangodai and will have to get all the upgrades. Yeah, maybe you watched some TT Invitational on my YouTube channel where I played with Viper, and there you can... The burn, yeah. I actually thought about mentioning Shine. The thing is, I enjoy playing with Shine the most. Shine would be my number 2, probably. Sorry. I actually thought about mentioning you. But then I thought, then people go, who that? Oh, Shine, yeah, legend. But, yeah, Lord Doubt's communication skills are obviously horrible. He's like losing 3 villagers and saying like, oh yeah, I'm doing fine here. Simply because his ego can't be managed. Oh, double Mangonel! Oh! How did not everything die? Nice ground attack. 1 Mangonel down. And, oh god, Viper's so active. That was surprising to me. Whew. Yeah, I enjoy playing more with Shine. Probably Viper's like strategic guidance might be a tiny bit better than Shine's. Tiny bit. Big sling now by Lux towards Mr. Yo. I think he could even make a wild argument for taking into Onagers before Elite Mangodai. But that would be a wild argument. Because you're mainly facing the Viper now, right? And he's going for Rams before Elite Mangodai. Okay. China loses this game because no water? I think it's a lot of angles going on. But yeah, Italian's boom is obviously something that is carrying the Viper quite a bit. I think it's not lost yet. And actually it's far away from being lost, right? If that castle goes up, there's basically a nice center control by Mr. Yo, and Viper can never really pass. Meanwhile, MbL is still in trouble. Might lose that TC at the front. Not the MTC though. MbL going up with TC number 4 in the very far back. Now goes for a castle. It's repositioning that one though. A bit more defensively. Nearly, do you think if this was the new patch that Genoese would be an option? Absolutely. Production is so much faster. I still think he would stick to Arbalest because production is relatively faster, right? Or absolutely faster. Because you can produce out of more than only the 2 castles. But Genoese would be easier to transition into for the long game. Oh, castle number 4 by Mr. Yo. I think this is full sling by Lux now. Find some villager kills. Uh-oh, this will be the Mr. Yo show. This will be full Mr. Yo, and Viper. Obviously, he doesn't really have the tools to make a quick push towards Lux, right? No real Rams, trap numbers not really there, and he will have to go back. Also remember that fish, well, not scaling too well, and population might be a bit misleading here for the Viper. Can't really use everything on water. All in one spot is really good. Well, really good if you can hold it. Really bad if you lose it, right? The moment those castles are dying, the game is over. So if Yo loses control of that area and somehow Viper can push with the traps, it is a really risky move by Mr. Yo. And that's why you build war galleys. I did say it from the very beginning, just to prevent the Mangudai raids here in the back. Arbalest dealing with that one quite nicely. As well, yeah, Mangudais will be stopped. Who traps around now? Arbalest numbers not too high to stop that one. Coinage now from Mr. Yo. What is this? Sling and sling back? Maybe they want onagers. Mangudai just dealing with one of the traps and then getting away. Might actually be a reasonable choice indeed. And Viper tags into Genoese now. Mangudai did get cleared up there in the end. And MbL will lose a lot of his base. Will actually transition into camels? No, okay, now into knights. Drill being tagged. Interesting. Seatram is already on the field. Mangudai numbers pretty crazy. 5 castles out of here. Holy moly. Jumps will kill another trap. MbL with some repair. Shouldn't really work against Mangudai with their incredible damage output against siege units. One elephant for MbL should do the trick. Yeah, elephants are that good that one alone could win the game. He's actually going for 4. Oh, a unit that we don't see too often. What does Drill do? The siege units are moving faster. That's why you see the Rams just speeding over to the next target pretty damn soon. Okay, now guilds also for the Viper. Yo still in full control here. War Elephant is dying there. Not a lot of upgrades on these. And we see on the way to Imperial Age is Lux, who is only now going for coinage. Interesting choice that they did skip coinage for so long. Oh, or did Lux did sling, right? Yeah, Lux did sling. MbL with 100 population, basically the same than Lux. Yo and Viper similar numbers, but obviously lead Mangudai against an Italian player. You need more than one good bombard cannon hit. And actually, I think Yo could have played there. Now he has the Onage attack, and I really wanted to see him kill that one. So lovely move. Let's take a look. Mangudai trying to find another angle. Onage is so good. And we see Elite Genoese being tagged. Genoese crossbow versus Mangudai, who wins? Genoese crossbow is a heavy counter. They get attack bonus against cavalry. Now another angle here, and MbL simply not getting the melee units out to deal with the Rams. Mangudai coming over, and all those Arbalest are a goner just moving over there. And look at how confident Mr. Yo is. Even take some extra hits just to make sure that not a single Arbalest can really get away there, cannot really micro. Meanwhile, the big attack will happen over here though. Bombard cannon, ground attack into that one. How did both of the shots dodge? No idea. And the moving is quite fast now. Rams. Oh, don't tell me they're getting the hits off. And they're getting one hit off. Second hit. And oh, that was so good for Mr. Yo. Killing 3 traps there. Castle is dying regardless. Whew. More attack here. And actually, Lux could now add some halberdiers here. Don't you think so, guys? On his attack now for our Kelp player. And that could actually help out. Just add some pikemen there. Oh, Genoese bombard cannon. A good army composition against Onager and Mangudai. Oh, nice ground attacks. Bombard cannon, 1 down. Then went away. 5 Mangudai traded off. Not pretty for Mr. Yo, but not the worst ever. Onager shots though. Those are pretty. Oh, and that's tricky to disengage then. Onager's behind. Again, cutting the wood there. I love that. Dodging the shots, obviously with drill, way easier. Bombard cannon sniped again. 3 bombard cannons down. Another Onager shot flying in. Traps moving forward. Rams moving forward. Onager connecting. But that is kind of it for now. Genoese now, not all of them can shoot. Another Onager behind this one. We see the Paladin tag for MbL, but I don't really see him pushing on the minimap as of yet. Viper moves in deep. Remember, Genoese crossbowmen, not the greatest range there. And that castle might fall or is already down. 2 traps, 2 Rams doing a good job there. Mangudai numbers are looking pretty hot. And everyone around 150 pop except MbL, who is a good 40 population behind. Military numbers really low across the board. Trade, not started by anyone. Lots of control here. Paladins might come over. Where's the push happening from Lux? Okay, he prepares at the right-hand side. Siege Workshop stopped there. Tries to get another Siege Workshop up here as the Viper as well. Now Yo paid some food to Lux, who is now attacking for Rams. Not the greatest economy ever. 153 population and not a single production. Now queues up 2 pikemen. Has 6 barracks. Ground attack here against the Paladins maybe. Oh, misses completely. Full Genoese and bombard cannons. A good composition, surely, for the Viper. We did mention it earlier that that could be the composition that could win the game. But we also did say that Mangudai and any Keld army is looking pretty damn strong as well. How many upgrades? 1, 2 only. Genoese around. Castle count for the Viper only at 3. Uh-oh, this could be problematic. I think he might even be forced into switching into some Arbalest again. Trade only now getting set up, but oh boy, look at how this one is getting cancelled. Oh, we have trade cocks, but that does not look like caravans or careening. How slowly they are moving. Actually, dry dock is the upgrade that we need, right? Yeah. So that is still pretty damn slow here. Ooh, lovely moves over there. Viper, the only one who is flirting a bit more with pop limit than the others. 180 for him now, but production not crazy behind this. Floating quite a lot of resources. I'm a bit surprised, honestly. How he's not getting the resources on the map. 177. Obviously, 35 other villagers makes it tough for him. That TC is going to fall even against Persian with double the HP. Rams, just really good. Loki, I've never heard of that. We can look at the stats after the game to confirm that. But I'm pretty sure it's simply wrong. Oh, SO even? What? We have the Mongol player actually attacking into SO. While we see Viper now going for Silk Road, allowing his trade units to be built by 50% of the cost. Mangudai going back. Is there a raid somewhere? Oh yeah, some army there at the bottom wants to clear that one up. Okay, a choice surely. And, well, maybe trade cocks are even dying here. 68 gold. I think you could maybe even make an argument like deleting those fish traps there. Not that you need too much food. Paladins around now. No connecting SO shots. I think some Harbidiers could have been really lovely. Mr. Yo needs to get away, and this is indeed what he is trying to achieve. Maybe some more micro here. No, just reposition first. Mr. Yo looking strong today. So many days where it's looking strong. And now we have a sick push here. No SO tag, but Rams are moving in. Bombard cannons down to only 1. Halberdiers, can they find the kill? 35 HP, doesn't look like it. Maybe have 1 Ram attacking. The bombard cannon could be an option. But that castle is going to fall regardless. Viper down to 2 castles here. That one could not be saved. Meanwhile, Mangudai is still doing a great job. This one is looking good for China to take the 2-0 lead on a home map of Norway. Impressive stuff. Holy moly. Mongols, Celts, really strong. Obviously, benefiting from the split rivers there is what I want to say. But actually, MbL and Viper made it scrappy. Did in the end have the double control. It was really good that Lux did sling Mr. Yo onto Mangudai, and they got to the Onyx just that quickly, so Viper couldn't get the kill. Maybe an option could have been Viper with the early condos. Like condo capped ram go into the slinging Lux. Not something you naturally think of, and obviously easy for me to decide because it's the perfect counter against what they did here. Yeah. Otherwise, it is tricky against those civilizations. It really is. Whew. 2 games in a row. Statistics for us. Military, Mr. Yo, 300 kills. Everyone else combined, 150, 310. Okay, 320. And so that's pretty massive for him. Units lost 151. Seems to be what's happened at the left-hand side. Economy for Mr. Yo, pretty hot. Viper with the most wood. We had some sling here of 6,000. No, what? Yeah, no. 2,600 only. Okay, so it's not that much. And Yo gave 3k back, so with interest, Viper prepared the trade. Lovely stuff, but didn't really matter in the end. And Yo, even 2 relics, that didn't matter too much either. Solid job by them. We can X out some civilizations. And we won't see Italians anymore. We won't see Persians anymore. So it has to be Malians then for Nomad, kind of what we predicted. And Mangudai Celts being picked. Everyone learning from Germany that strong imp combos are a good thing for sure. And no one knew about that before. And what? They're already loading up into the next game. That's something I don't like too much. I will quickly check. What did I just do? January's crossbowmen with you guys. If someone said January's crossbowmen don't get any increase there. Italians, January's crossbowmen. So what do we have? 45 HP, 50 HP. So they get armor 1-0, range 4, line of sight 8, speed 9-6. Build time is reduced. Frame delay is the same, attack delay is the same, reload time is the same. So yeah, it's only 5 more HP and production speed. So not a lot. We have some, oh yeah, well, we have some hidden bonuses, right? As you can see there, against ships they do more damage. Against war elephants they do more damage, 7 instead of 5. And against camels they do more damage. Against fishing ships they do more damage. And armor is the same as well. Yeah, so not, honestly, one of the weakest upgrades from normal to elite. I agree with that, guys. Okay, Team Acropolis will be next. We can go into the overlay and edit the maps if I find them. Yep. Open with paint. And we can erase Team Acropolis now from the field. Probably want to go for a smaller size. And we also want to erase Scandinavia. So those are gone and we can update these civilizations. Jumping into the action here. Whew, 2-0 lead. Not something most of us expected there, I would say. View log, so you can see some jumping while I try to edit the civilizations for all of us. I can see the Viper, that is Burmese if I know those signs correctly. And we have MbL going for Indians. Okay, on the other side I see Berber and Cuman. Berbers for licks, Cumans here for Burmese and safe. And we have all the civilizations to your satisfaction, guys. Isn't that lovely how I can take care of you? I'm sometimes surprised as well. Poyoyoy. Sip of sugar water, and then we can talk about the civilizations and what's ahead of us. And blowing nose. And then we can talk about stuff. Ay, looks Berber's not Burmese. Okay, I did try to put that. I even said it. I knew it. But let's blame overlay guy. Let's blame overlay guy. Full solo casting here full day. That's a burden that I put on myself, but I kind of like it as well. So, the Viper is playing Burmese. We're probably expecting some Rambai action, and well, his teammate will be MbL, so expecting some Indian action there. Didn't they play Berber plus Burmese yesterday? I think so, right? And they did play Camel / Knight and a Rambai. So that felt really strong. But on the other side, we have Cumins for Mr. Yo. So pretty strong walls, 50% stronger. Plus the chance to build a second TC in Feudal Age. And we have Lux going for Berbers, having Camel Archers, which is the perfect counter to a Rambai. Could be really tricky. But we should wreck humans, 2TC strategy. What should China do in this situation? Camel Archer, my man. Camel Archer. What is that blue sign? Predicted China? Predicted Norway? What? I didn't know that that existed. Sick. I should do more of this stuff. Like, believes in Corona, doesn't believe in Corona. And then I can just ignore half of the messages. Something like that would be lovely. Well. You put 40k on China? That's a lot of MEMP euros, man. I didn't say which half. No. Didn't say which half. No forward archer range from Lux this time? Yeah, that's indeed correct. We had, what was it, Tado yesterday, playing the aggressive archer range against the approach of Norway. But this time I don't mind if it goes for the long game, right? Lux maybe going full Camel Archers while Yo goes for Paladins. Could be really solid. Put 8k on China, but there isn't much turn them in for. But is the late game composition more suited for Norway? Well, something we still have to address, and we have to say it every single time, but the last time for Indians, we're still playing with the old patch, right? So Imperial Camels are stronger than some people might experience them on the ladder now. They still have more armor and therefore are simply a better unit in the long run. What is that villager of Burmese Man-at-Arm forward? Hello! That is something very un-Viper-esque. That is... I'm a bit surprised. This is something we rarely see from the Viper, that he is the one deciding, okay, I want to put on the pressure, I go forward, take the villagers. Untypical style by him. And that kind of means that MbL? What? MbL is still playing Fast Castle behind this? So will be a lonely forward, and he's the only guy. While Mr. Yo, a bit of a mistiming here, is going to build a TC there. A beautiful TC, we can all agree on that. Type a 1 in the chat if you think that is a beautiful TC. A 2 in the chat if you don't have ice. And luckily there are more ones than twos. And yeah, that one was pretty good for Yo. Now the aggression here coming, but Lux, well, how can he defend? He has solid resources, has a barracks, is building a stable at not the best position. But we mentioned it earlier, right? If you go for the attack early on, the walls, 50% more HP. And now we have 6 villagers building the defensive tower, while we only see 3 villagers there for the Viper. Walls before that one. Lovely moves. And Lux will defend this, I think, with ease. Huh. 90 yesterday called out Nili for mimicry. What? Because I'm learning from the greatest entertainer that Age of Empires has to offer. And now I'm getting blamed for that. That I'm trying to be as good and as entertaining as T90. Shame on me. trying to improve my casting. So, MbL will play a really easy fast castle. Lots and lots of resources for him. And stable will be dropped the Reno. Blacksmith as well. Looks all pretty solid. Let's see how he's going to play this one. Obviously, the aggression already completely stopped here. Defensive villagers around. And Viper can add some archers. That is nice. Increases the damage output, obviously. And still no HP. Can't really wall around that. So, never the chance to really hold scouts. Well, just around. And Mr. Yo has to be love and life. Just plays this one how he wants. Stonewall behind, and Lux is giving this one up even. Okay. No, now the defensive tower behind. Just don't start saying Tutens! Tutens! It's also weird. Every time I co-cast at T90s, it says Cumans. I said Cumans. And people are 100% sure that how T90 pronounces it is correct. And I couldn't find reliable sources. And then T90 is saying Mayans. Then people correct T90 and me. Oh, you don't say Mayans, you'd say Mayans. And then people are going like, he doesn't even know how to pronounce Mayans. Can you say Supplice? But in your own style, it's Cumans. What? T90 wrong? It's so weird, and like the big problem is that people feel entitled to a truth. That's the bigger problem. But not a big one. Not a big one. A bigger problem is that the Viper is going for an aggression and only found one single kill yet. It's always forcing some builds. MbL. Ooh, forward siege workshop here. What? I like that one quite a bit. Something I didn't think of. It's putting the stable at home. And yeah, we'll have the high ground. And that will be some aggression. Lovely stuff. And that could be like hill advantage against the TC of Kyo. Double stable even. Where's the second stable? Okay, it's both of them here. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Can't he just go camels? Why does he need siege? They get attack bonus versus buildings. Yeah, attack bonus versus buildings doesn't mean that you instantly kill them, right? How many camels do you think you need to kill that TC? Like 12? How many mangonels do you need to kill that TC? 1. Yeah, guys. I probably should not have started it, but we don't need to like list everything any caster ever said wrong, right? Just enjoy the game, and we can enjoy the interesting, very aggressive strategy here by Norway. They are still continuing with their lovely play. Lux here. Oh, that could be some dead villagers. Goes for the shot into the berry villagers first. How did she survive? Hallelujah. Phew. Another defensive tower. Pretty solid defensive wall. MbL happy to see that the Viper continues with his towers. And that TC now, not the prettiest one ever. Again, hill advantage still active. And now he finds some more villager kills. I think if he's over here, no, that's even with the hill advantage. Lovely, lovely stuff. And that's quite some damage output. How are we dealing with that one? Now goes on to stone there. Defensive tower, I think, is not really an option. Oh, scouts not dealing too much, really. And yo, he might lose everything there. How is he getting away with those villagers? 2 mangonels now shooting, even goes for a third one. Lux is rushing out a blacksmith. Don't tell me why. Tell me why. How do you save those builds? Well, probably attacking into the 6th stage where teleporting is an option. Otherwise, I don't really see an option either. MbL, tiny bit of a mistake that he's not sitting here and allows the heal bonus to be in effect. Not sure if that third mangonel has the heal bonus. Those two certainly do. Is more aggression the key to beating China for Norway? Oh, that's a heavily overgeneralization. I think in this game, it's paying off beautifully. That's something we can agree on. Because I think building a single villager here might even be a mistake, right? And all of those. Okay, now he's running to the top. Scouts are around. Maybe some ground attacks against these. How many villagers? I'm seeing 25 here. Indeed, those are all of them. How many can make it home? Ground attack there! Hitting beautifully! Holy guacamole! 2 villagers are making it home. And, well, they will have some stories to tell! Are you kidding me? Those ground attacks. Hallelujah! Oh, God. Trying to run away from those. And he didn't give me another ground attack, and he indeed does. So 2 villagers made it home. Those are the ones no, 4 actually made it home. Okay. So 4 out of 25, and all of a sudden Yo sits at 32 villagers. The guy that should be ahead by 20 villagers is behind quite heavily. Is now getting a defensive castle out though. MbL's manual micro absolutely on point, yeah. Running to the other side. Score looks pretty evil. And that castle, I think, will go up. Do we see another Mangonel shot? No, not really. And yeah, now we saw why Mangonels were added and not more camels. Pooh-yo-yo. Great play by Norway, indeed. Also, like, the delayed attack, right? Viper putting out on the aggression. Archer range, man-at-arm tower. Honestly, something I don't want to say never have seen from him. But one of his... out of the very common strategies, one of his rarest. And he bought so much time for MbL, then with the Sneaky Siege workshop. Not spotted, Lux was over there at the other side. And with the scouts. And yeah, then just those massive Mangonel shots. And all of a sudden, villager-wise, well, we have a solid 13 lead. But Viper only now reaching Castle Age. What is he going for? Is that an Rambai play? Indeed it is. Knowing that the opponent is unlikely to go for too many camel archers. How much stone do we have there? 350. 214 there in the back. Still repairing a tower somewhere. Okay, over there. And... oh, he is going for the forward castle. Okay. That is an ambitious one. That's looks for you again. Getting heavily pressured at home. Defensive castle could make so much sense. But he just built it in no man's land at the front. I think a defensive castle is what I would have preferred. Can we not pass here? Okay, we can. Kipper Chuckers can do something. Obviously dies to a single Mangonel shot on even ground. Therefore, be careful. Do camel archers beat imp camels? With perfect micro, yes. If you are fighting 50v50 and have to take the fight somewhat straight up, then imp camels are better. Imp camels are just easier to play, right? Just mass them. You can dictate the fight, not dictate the fights more, but you can just attack at different angles, and you can split them more. The problem with camel archers in that matchup is that you have to fight in big groups. I think I like that castle. Yo has defensive one already. Yeah, I just thought the push might come over here, but yeah, he's still sitting at 2 towers. Kipchaks can make a defense happen, but Kipchaks are now actually moving out. Is getting bloodlines. Still only 1 TC. Solid 30 villager lead now for Norway. The Kipchaks need to find massive damage. What are those? What? Okay, MbL really wants to expand CC number 5 for him. I think Norway should imp and kill castles. Well, that's easier said than done, right? We see it at 100 food here, and Viper is sitting at 70 food. So that's still reasonably far away. They need to deal with some Castle Age army before that one. Economy is simply not that high to really think of that yet. Maybe could have waited for a 5th Camel Archer to always get the 1 shot off. Actually, even then you don't get the 1 shot, right? 2, 7. Yeah, you need 6 for one shot. MbL is such a boomer? Indeed he is. Okay, only now going... Look at that. The camels had 0 upgrades the whole game. Quite interesting. But now he's chasing down, gets bloodlines, gets the defense upgrade, and then camel archers. Well, not that easy. How did Lux know? They scouted before that. Villager saved. Camel archer in some danger. Should be doing reasonably well now, though. Villager will... Oh, actually dies there. Dart did get the connection. Kip check still without any problems. But villager lead now. Holy moly. 50 villager lead here for Norway. Looking really, really good for them. I will give you an overview of the resources so that you can see who is flirting with Imp and who is continuing to produce in Castle Age. Camel is getting attacked there. Bloodlines and 1 defense upgrade for them. And Rambai now with a short distance can actually do reasonable damage against the Camel Archers. Misplay by Lux. Not taking care for a small second there. Is still pulling away at a reasonable time, but 1 lost more than he actually wanted to. Viper now with the misplay. Oh, loses 2 as well. Neither player playing 100% their top form, but obviously lots of macro going on. Kip checks are around and... Ooh, yo! Hello. Hello. Okay. Interesting. What are the Kip checks finding? I don't really see too much yet, and that castle has to go up. We'll find 2 more villager kills. MbL booming away with his 5 TCs. Actually only producing out of 2 for now. Sits at 100 villagers, and that is actually TC number 6. Are you kidding me, MbL? At some point you can stop. He's using 3 TCs out of his 5, and he's going for a 6th one. Ooh. And that TC? Oh, don't tell me that castle is not going up. Oh no. Oh no. Problems for Mr. Yo. Kip checks out of position. Villagers here. 66%. Oh no. Those villagers are dying. We need to see Lux moving in at the same point. No. Oh god. What a beautiful play. And everything is being sent over. MbL and Viper will make the defense happen. And that is horrible for them. Look at the score now. A solid 1k score lead. 60C is running for MbL behind this one. Kip checks are trying to micro, but that one did not happen. And TC at 66%. Lulu is not going up. Okay. Have to be happy with that one for sure. Some spearman rush now. The Fiat 35-minute spearman rush. You heard it. You saw it here first. Viper going for all the strategies today. Kamarch just trying to find something, but MbL and Viper too aware of it, and will find another relatively easy defense. Underwhelming a Rambai, and now even the gate there. 13 HP could break through. Commits there against the last villagers, but honestly, losing the camel archers there is just too big of a loss. Score not even fair. Lux is imping. So is MbL. Lux with 4 villagers queued behind this one. Now gets the market. Yeah, Lux only 73 villagers. He doesn't need the strongest economy to somehow get Imp rolling for himself. But where's the army? How can he protect the traps that he needs to get control over this area? I don't really see it. Uh-oh. Remember now in, and oh god, they'll find more kills again. Viper with a nice move in, repositioning there for Lux, and actually gets alive with most of it. MbL sits at 136 villagers. As I said, like, what is that?
Almost 2 years of love.
Are there 100 villagers ahead, guys? Is it 150 against 250? Yeah. It actually is. Hofstrand, hey yo. Now double castle. I like that. Viper 15% only. Needs to probably make something happen. University. I think that might be for rushing out masonry. Goes for a third castle there. Interesting. And Remba will try to find something. Mr. Yo still in castle. It had to build the castle more defensively. Only 11 villagers on foot with 3 TCs. Can't even really produce villagers at the moment. Hi. And we're going to have 200 villagers and sling. Yeah, I don't think that he will sling. He is pressing that produce camel hotkey here, for sure. 149. Clear over boom. He is sitting at 60 Cs. Not the craziest thing ever. And did we see masonry? No, we did not. What did Viper rush the university out for then? Probably wants to get chemistry then. Okay, he doesn't even need to. G to the G. Remby killing that TC. Lux, no answer to that. And what a nice executed team strategy. Building for imp was not needed. No, he had the castles, obviously. You need 2 buildings out of Monastery University or Siege Workshop or a castle to click up. Norway on the scoreboard. 1-2 lead for them. Up next will be the home map of China. I'm expecting Nomad. Aggression here by the Viper did put them back, and MbL kind of in the dark and the shadow of the night was allowed to sneak the Siege Workshop forward, went for enough camels, and then 20 villagers down there. Kind of guaranteeing the victory already. But then we had to continue a bit because Yo and Lux obviously masters in forging comebacks for themselves. So, yeah, I can see why they wanted to continue playing. They still had Cumin and Berbers. I can see Kipchak and Camel Archers allowing a comeback, but probably only against a weaker team. Viper and MbL looked so good there, and the Desperate Castle didn't go up. That could have maybe allowed the comeback. What could have Mr. Yo done to avoid getting killed so fast in Imp? In Imp? Nothing. The game was long over there. Do you think it is possible to play Viper tired? I mean, are Yo and Lux better in making it through a long day? Think slightly. Yeah. So, civilization's gone, Indian's gone, and Burmese is gone. Then we have Cumans and Berbers gone, so, well, quite some high picks. Already taken away. I'm expecting Nomad. It feels very, very likely. It's only 9 PM for Viper? Yeah, it's 2 hours past his bedtime. 3 hours past Jordan's bedtime. And he still has to play some more games. So that TC of Yo was really in a bad position, no? On the high ground? Would have died later. Yeah. What tiff do you think they will pick for Nomad? Well, Spanish Malians is what I see. And I see Lithuanians plus Koreans? No, yeah, Japanese. Lithuanian, Japanese, right?
Rogan?
Lily, hi.
Feels reasonable. Dumbledore, hey yo. I know, Japanese is for Team Islands. Huh? So it has to be Lithuanians? Or they can't be throwing that. They have Chaos Pit, so that is Incas? We have
Give me your extra resources.
I should be studying.
Barry, thanks for the 5. We have Magyar, Inca, probably for Chaos Pit. Lithuanians, we have Slavs for Valley. Yeah. So they can pick Lithuanians now. I think it has to be Lithuanians. Well, we will find out. And yeah, exactly what we predicted. So Viper recharged and chained the beast.
Rogan?
What happened there? Johnny-san, thank you as well. Thank you so much for your support. Hofstrand, Stumbleball, Barry B, Johnny-san. So, we can interact with you. Oh no, we can actually put the civilizations first. So, will be the Viper with Spanish, as expected. It will be MbL with Malians, as expected. Then we have Lithuanians for Mr. Yo, as expected. And then we were not 100% sure, but felt Koreans is the likeliest one. And Koreans is indeed what we are going to see. Mikalios, hey yo, tier 2 sub, hey yo. Okay, let's jump into game number 3. It will be on game number 4. Game number 4, guys. Sorry. The Viper. Let's take a look. They lost their last Nomad game. And that was due to unfortunate scouting. That was something that shouldn't really happen too easily. I think a good TC spot here for Viper. Oh, what? He didn't see the gold. Oh, okay. That is just the lack of the Irish, right? Fields Viper man. So here will be pretty much in the center of the map. Well, he will eventually. Yeah, Debbie, that's not what I'm talking about. It's just like you can build the TC to not build a mining camp later on. That's what I meant. It's not like he will not scout that gold. Then we have, oh boy. If I'm Norway, I'm calling a restart. If I see Yo on that hill, while I'm at the center of the map, and I watched the semifinals yesterday, this game is not passing the 4-minute mark. So, well, we can still take a look at this one. Very little fish here at the right-hand side, and still lots of people docked there. Looks is around there with Koreans and Mr. Yo. Well, now sends a villager over. What's happening there? Oof. Has TC building ever been lamed in tournaments? Multiple times. It is forbidden by the rules in this tournament, though. But yeah, killing the villagers, building a TC, blocking it with villagers and such, happened, yeah. Oh god, what is that dock as well? Okay, that is a really poor one by Mr. Yo. Has 2 deep fish there. And will be kind of protected by lurks, but that's not a pretty one. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if either team takes a restart here. Has MbL scouted you? No, he hasn't scouted me. I'm not even playing. But yeah, he has a good idea where Mr. Yo was running next to it with his villager. Oh, some juggling. And yeah, Mr. Yo actually caught the restart. As I said, Mr. Yo's dog was so bad. And interesting. Yeah. As I said, like, this is a one where either team can call a restart. I'm surprised that Viper and MbL didn't call the restart there. Every team has one restart in the best of 7, indeed. Poof. Let's forget about that one. We can already X some civilizations out. So we are ahead. Later on, Lithuanians gone and Koreans gone. So in our list, we won't see Bulgarians. But Tatars have to be played somewhere? Tatars. Well, no, we won't see Tatars. Bulgarians probably the landing civ for Team Islands. One of the two. And we can paint a bit as well. Nomad will be erased from the civilizations. From the map pool. Did MbL lose a villager to the boar after the restart was called 0% importance? Do you like the Korean for Nomad? It's not even a B tier civ. It's just the best that they can work with in the draft, right? So yeah, I think it's their best choice. The questions in the vacuum: do you like Koreans for Nomad? No. Do you like their pick of Koreans on Nomad? Yes. Third game wasn't... I think Hollery, watch the first 20 minutes and then you can skip the game. But yeah, third game had some highlight scenes. Whose civs do you prefer more on Nomad? Norway, not even close. Yeah, Malian, Spanish, great civilizations. Korean wilds have more line of sights? That is correct. Either I'm in a really chatty mood or they forgot the spec delay here. I think they did. So Debbie now has to write a message every 6 seconds in this chat that we know that she's not coming over and giving any hints to the snake boy. Viper, Spanish TC, this time built a bit quicker there. And did build a dock, but then deleted it. Lost 10 wood here. Probably felt, okay, that one is not going to be too pretty. We see Lurks at the complete other side of the map. Oh, but that's lovely to see gold and stone close by as Koreans. And we have in the center of the map Mr. Yo with Lithuanians. While we see Malians player MbL a bit more to the side. You're really picking on the in a vacuum thing from Onlu yesterday, right? I've been using that term since like 2006. But maybe I got re-triggered by it, yeah. It's a very common phrase in poker. Like, oh, how should you play this hand? Well, in a tournament I'm folding it. In a vacuum I'm calling it. Something like that. Because that basically implies that we are ignoring some other factors. In 2006, vacuum cleaners weren't yet popular, so you might be lying. Shit, I got caught. Also, who got caught is Lux by the house police, not paying the house tax, and therefore was housed. In a vacuum means regardless? Readless. Yeah. Well, nah. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Or, let's say, without any further information. The PLO exploiter. For example, you can't... In a vacuum, you're not exploiting. Haha! Right? Yeah. Could add that into the VOD. VOD, into the idiom of the day. Lots of villagers on wood here, obviously, with the 350 food that they're starting. You can produce the fishing ships quite nicely, or also having one villager on food there. Not the craziest food production, though. Huh. Okay, landlocked now confirmed here by Mr. Lux, who is axing that right-hand side corner. And Debbie is not riding! Okay, what is Viper doing next? Oh, he found a boar. It was so obvious. Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about houses in the game? What? Okay, I have a question for you. How do you feel about breathing in your life? Like, neutral. I will build houses to continue playing. Sometimes I don't even realize. It's like, sometimes I feel a bit suffocated if I don't build enough houses. How do you feel about villagers in Area 2? Okay, Tauntinist. Talk about how you see this map playing out. Okay, professional casting required by me. What is happening here? So, we have a pretty clear strategy approach and a pretty clear plan for Norway, right? Malian player will play on water. He will add more docks at the top side, can even build them over here. Not the most unlikely spot. Maybe move a bit to the right-hand side further to protect Viper, but we will see about that one. Wouldn't be surprised if he just adds them at the top. Then the Viper, he will try to find some gold and stone for himself, which it will be problematic potentially because I don't see any stone for him. Technically wants to go on to Conquistadors, didn't find any stone yet. So that actually is a big problem. And that is the randomness of Nomad again that I personally, well, let's say dislike quite a bit. So, not a big fan. And he can't really play his strategy. And now people are like, yeah, you just need to scout the stone. Look at how much he actually scouted. And he didn't have any stone control. And now we'll find one only over here. That is pretty late. Maybe MbL even accessed that stone. And on the other side, we have obviously a Lithuanian player that could go for land. A Korean player that probably is going for water. So I'm expecting Lux to probably add some more docks over here and play aggressively on water while while Mr. Yo probably is going to play knights and maybe some more monks with this. This game is not on Twitch homepage. Surely this should be there. Well, maybe you write an email to Twitch and they will add it. How good are Spain Knights Paladins? Well, they have all the upgrades. So generic, great. It's not really why you pick the civilization though. You pick the civilization for this one. And he's building the mining camp. So, you start off with 3 villagers here, and then normally add 2 more on the way to Castle Age, but with how late Viper is, I think he will suffer a bit. Would love to see him sending some more villagers. I think this will be a bit problematic with the uptime. MbL? What? With the barracks? What? A dock? Is this a fake? MbL goes double dock. He is on gold. Is he trying to add archers as well? Huh. He will see the stone? No, he won't. He needs 5 villagers on stone, then build a castle, and then at earliest he can build TC. I don't expect him to build TCs before castles. MbL goes for land aggression. Loom now. And we have, where are the extra docks here by Lux? Lux is actually on stone. Don't tell me he's going... So he's going for a galley? Only 1 dock though. This is so confusing, guys. Can't really afford anything else. While we see Mr. Yo, he wanted to play fast castle. Let's see if he can actually afford it. Not the greatest fish for him. Snay, hey yo! Fire galley now for him. So maybe Mr. Yo is actually playing water. While we see Lux going for turtle ships and war wagons. He has 3 on stone. Holy moly. The Wuhan shuffle of strategies. Like the team name is saying, very, very played. Interesting here, but the defensive tower for Yo. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking good for China. Food will be dropped, just missing some gold. Now it's a fire galley. Normally you want to start with fire galley. Galley, kind of a mistake. Fire galley production here, stopped by MbL. Those guys. It's so weird, right? That I see everything.
Hey ho Nilly, thanks for your great casting. Keep going.
Kraftswerk, your sub-message actually interrupted
Nilly
my
energy.
casting. So it's kind of ironic, right? Interrupting me and then telling me that I should stop, should continue casting. Okay, Viper now sending more villagers over. Does he see this? Oh yeah, he does. Okay, good for him. Can he build a defensive tower? I don't see it. Okay, now he's building one. Scouts around. Could obviously quick wall if he wanted to. This is GG. 80% of the time when Reznor is saying it's GG, I don't even know for whom. But okay. Okay, Viper in some problems. Now heavily going into stone, then he can buy 300 gold for himself. It's floating quite a bit of wood, right? 200 wood equals 100 stone, roughly, if you think about it in the market. If he doesn't interrupt you, how could you continue otherwise? Oh, that's so true. Otherwise, I could... Isn't it continuing? It is continuing, right? Otherwise, it would be picking up. It is tricky. Okay, Lux is now going forward, and that will be an aggressive castle drop, maybe even over here. And that will be ugly. MbL deep in feudal age. 150 food. Still continuing to dance some on water. And remember, castles should go up faster there for Lux. I think only 5% faster, though. And MbL. Oh, no. Oh! How is she seeing that one? How is MbL seeing this? He has no vision? He didn't have any units there? I think this might be a visual bug, guys. Yeah. Now coming over with the defense. I'm pretty sure MbL has no idea that this castle is going up. And that could be a repeat of the game that we had yesterday. Whew. That MbL might evacuate his TC in feudal age already. 28 food. Mr. Yo sending more villagers over. What's happening here? Into the safety of the castle, apparently. While the Viper... Oh, no! Why? How did he lose stone? Did he repair something? Or did he build an outpost? He has to buy another 100 stone. I thought he was above 350. Ay. And now bought the remaining 100. Can build it there. Can build it over here. And... yeah, that will be interesting. War wagon against Conquistador. A battle that we have rarely seen. Uh-oh, Mr. Yo even around here. Viper with the quick walls. Good job, Areno. Outpost could have been deleted. Not in time. That one was open at all times. Or actually, was it? No, that is just walling behind the market. So, yeah, small hole here, but probably only one villager dying. Castle will still go up. Villagers will be saved, and... yeah, now I already anticipate the chat asking me, nearly Conquistadors against War Wagons, who's winning? Well, I think 1-for-1, the War Wagon. But Conquistadors are way more mobile, have more range, kind of. It's, I think, 6v6. And if you get Botkin, damage output just so much better. I think simply the movement speed makes it, and the micro ability is so much better with Kongs. MbL going for the full evacuation now. Tower rush behind. And I didn't even check water here. Redock by Lux. Interesting spot. Where's the turtle ship that I wanted to see? Okay, there it is. Meanwhile, water relatively peaceful here. 3 fire galley against 2 fire galley. No one really attacking. Scouts still around, but Kongs and war wagons will dictate the game. How far is Mr. Yo from castle? Good question. I will give you a look at the resources. MbL sitting at 400 food. Yo at only 300. I think, is this the spot where you maybe even go for 4 petards to kill the TC? I wouldn't mind it. But, yeah. Siege Workshop just feels very natural as well. Okay, Mr. Yo even queuing up more scouts, so he will stay in feudal age for way longer. That one not spotted by Lux. Oh, what? We're at Luke's point of view. This outpost just finished. He should know about this one. And now he can send scouts over, can send war wagons over, and MbL, he knows about that outpost. Oh, this is good. This is good for China again. Never go full petard. That's why I said only 4 petards. It's not full petards. And yeah, this is ugly for MbL. Tries to fight. Actually, it feels like how the scouts are running. We might actually save some of the villagers. TC is not too far away. War wagons, as I mentioned earlier, not the greatest units to micro. Oh yeah, look at that, how they're missing. Ugh. Where are the scouts? Why are they sort of position? Okay, they found another villager killed there. I don't fault them too much for that. And we actually won't see a single villager lost. Crazy moves. I think we need to see ballistics for Mr. Lux. Heavy worker lead here for the Chinese. Obviously, Nomad, they're so incredibly good. Viper doing an okay job of out-microing. Lux anticipating the shot, dodges that one. Only takes 1 of the 4 shots. Good job. That normally would have been a stray one. Now scout fight here. MbL still very active. Finds 2 more villager kills. Ay, 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 ay. Mainly dictated by the water now. Mr. Yo. Oh, God. Yo finds more kills against MbL here. No idea how he got villagers over there. That is so weird. So weird. Scout's trying to find more damage. Feels like... What is this scout tower in no man's land? What? Am I not... Okay. He didn't really know what he... Complete... Okay. Well, now we return back to normality. It's just building a TC. Instead of a random tower. Maybe they were not seeing the Kongs or something? Weird one. Would love to see 1-2 more turtles controlling the outside. That one now already cleared house at that end. MbL still active at that side. Very few fishing ships in general. MbL sitting at 34 villagers. Everyone else within 2. Just Luke's mindset. If you don't know what to do, drop a tower and wall it in. Yeah, maybe. Uh-oh, farms. Maybe. MbL? MbL not allowed. Yo deleting all of them. Could skirms be an option for China because MbL is such a poor position? To counter the conquistadors. I think war wagons are good enough. If Lux had no castle, then I think I would advise for skirms. But in this way, I think war wagons will absolutely do the job already. Okay, mangonel repair now. Conquistadors will find the kill though. And war wagons, look at how long they can stay under TC fire. More axes come in, and the second war wagon converted. Not that pretty, but now towers are up. And remember, old patch, 11 range here in Castle Age already. There we won't see too many more conversions. MbL very exposed there at the top. Still has his TC though, on the way to Castle Age. That's a bit surprising to me, that they did allow that one. Could have made like 1 mangonel just shooting from here or something. Another tower around. Yeah. Kongs are bad against towers too? Well, yeah. Okay-ish, I would say. Uh-oh, MbL. He shouldn't be forced to micro too much more. I see Yo and MbL actually clicking up at pretty similar timings. Viper, 350 stone for him. And that's the only stone that he had, right? MbL just actually taking crucial gold stone away from him. So Viper kind of stuck on 1 castle. We'll lose his monastery. Not that it's the most important thing. Viper found the stone on the right. Oh yeah, nice spot there is with 5 on that one. Only 63 villagers, 20 idols though. Some in that TC, some farmers here. Not too pretty for him while Lux happily booming away. Sitting at good. 3 GCs, building number 4. Scouts are chasing away what MbL puts on the map. And Rams continuing in. Not really sure why he's sending those war wagons in so deep. Eats 1 conversion and is backing off. And I think the Conquistador is actually getting some reasonable value off. TC might still fall. No spot for a 3rd Ram though. Can't really squeeze in. TCs are focusing down on the villagers. 400 HP. That might have been a great hold by the Viper. Let's take a look. War Wagon is blocking this one off. 300 HP. The Rams, can they hold? I think, is this enough wood? It feels like yes. Only 2 more Rams. Viper is holding the CC, I believe. Oh, War Wagon micro behind again, down to 100 HP. And only 1 more Ram. Oh, God. I think a misplay by Lux. He didn't need to commit that deep into it. But also wanted to snipe those monks. Hi. Just a Magnal behind might have been the better choice. Sick hold by the Viper, but still good spot. MbL now paid some resources. Is now going for coinage behind this. That is weird. Paying the resources while you click coinage? That's not a thing. Why misplay? Huge idle time and I guess 600 wood repair cost. Because if he doesn't jump that deep into it, he doesn't get the conversion, and I think he gets the TC. It clearly was some losses for Viper, don't get me wrong. It's not like he deleted 3 Rams. It was way more damage. Yeah, you're probably right. He probably repaired quite a bit. TC cost double. I might have misjudged that situation. Oh, what are those villagers up to? Warning behind. You're building a castle. I'm not sure if I like this, honestly. I think slinging the stone to Koreans might be better. 2 castle Kongs? Oh yeah. 2nd castle was built now. Upgrades. No bloodlines on these though. TC now goes down in the 2nd attempt. Viper tries to out micro. Does some reasonable damage. Every time the arrows hit, Viper's trying to dodge. Good micro here by our player from Norway. Now living in Germany. Uh-oh. Well, those villagers are very ambitious. Very ambitious. Not ambitious anymore. It's like me in a group project, right? Going to the front. Okay, guys, let's finish all the presentation 3 days early, and I will do the PowerPoint. I can start the intro and do all the sources, and it will be awesome. And then you're running in there, and oh no, it's actually work. And then I'm just going back again and just like returning to my life. Lulu. See ya. I will do something else instead. Returning to die? Maybe. Light is now being added by Mr. Yo. Interesting choice. Is sitting at how many TCs? 3 himself. Villager-wise, Lux is nicely ahead over everyone else. Still has some fish there. Would have loved to see a dog over here at some point by anyone, actually. Viper, did he add a late dog? Feels like it. Just tries to snipe some. Light is around. I don't think that they actually will accomplish too much. I'm really surprised by this choice, I have to say. But, okay, we'll take the monk with him after dying. Triple castle play now. How far away are we from him? No one really having any resources. Lux sitting at 300 food. He has 30 on farms though. So actually, I think if he's using the market a bit and cancelling handcard, he could click up at a reasonable time. But obviously not his plan. He will wait for the good economy. And then I think should still be a reasonable time towards Imp. Viper continues to produce Kongs, so will take him a bit longer. Now goes for wheelbarrow. MbL is going to start playing while he is slinging, right? We call that the act of sending resources to his team partner. So he won't produce any more units and you won't see any more. It is just him basically hoping that the Viper will contribute everything here. Oh, Viper just dodging so well. I think against this, with those slow arrows, you need 2 different shot timings. Like have half of the group shooting and then the other half shooting half a second later. And then Viper can't do this wild dance. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, yo, looks with lots of losses. Ay, how he's murdering him. Look at that castle wall here. And Viper on the way to Imp. Holy guacamole. Same goes for Lux though. This is still absolutely open, guys. Now getting some relics home. Huh. Identical Imp timings. Yeah. We have gill nets now? For Mr. Yo? Oh, he is starting to make a boom happen here at the site. Interesting. Huh. MbL, sneaky villagers here. Those are 14 villagers that should actually die, no? How are they not seeing this? Oh god. Mr. Yo, the 3 spearmen patrolling there, some outposts. Yeah, they didn't think MbL had those balls. But MbL has quite some balls. Oh, another castle there. Yeah, that will be interesting. 3 castles here against 4 castles. That would be a lot of traps. I think at this point, you kind of even want to save wood and gold when you're like 80% up. Because you want to have like 8 to 6 traps instantly. Look at that, Viper sits at no wood. He doesn't have any wood. MbL, 300. He needs to send everything. Does he? Did he lose his market? MbL lost his market. He can't send resources. Oh, big problems for the Viper. He will reach Imp but can't build any traps. Other side. And his amount of wood. And enough gold. He can build 4 traps instantly. Oh, this will be so good for Lux. Viper can't use his timing. Viper might even need to sell stuff. Now stuff is flying in. He gets supremacy first. And now 3 traps. Okay. And yeah, Elitus spotted that one. Okay. Was there some donation involved? 120 wills with this 240. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now trap production should not be fair. Whew. First traps starting to shoot now. Castles are obviously going to fall. Would have loved to see masonry here. Maybe even clicking hoardings early on as well. Goes for conscription. More traps. I think there's a spot where you can't even go for 6 traps. They're just so important. Oh, jumps to kill the trap here. 3 volleys should probably clear that one. 2 volleys, too many missed shots. Okay, but now the kill there. And not a lot of conks dying there. Lots of low HP ones though. Okay, 1 castle down on either side. 3v3, we continue. Lux plays so incredibly well. Well, he's the one who had fish. He's the one being in the back and never had any eco losses, right? So it kind of makes it easy to look good, but also he is making the moves really happen indeed, yeah. All those war wagons, rarely something that we can see so well. Look at that, Viper with 70 villagers here, and he pulls the boys. Is this a strategy or is this desperation? I don't really know. Another castle falls. So we're down to 2 versus 2 castles. And the question is though, how can we transition out of this? Conk numbers are just looking so much better. Oh, Viper throwing away some traps though. That is not good. Still not going down here. Okay, 1 down. Bombard cannon around. Might get killed. Villagers really strong. Lux is trying to go for castle number 3. Viper not really getting the resource on the map. Would love to see some more TCs actually out of him. And they call it in this one though. Just realizing, okay, there is just too much happening. And Mr. Yo in Imperial Age. He is taking to Elite Lighters up next. No chance to hold this one. Just look at the score. MbL too far behind. 3-1 lead here for China. late in the day for them. Phew. Okay, what do we have? We have 20 GMT. They are +7, so it's 27 GMT for them now. Not 27 GMT, it's 27. Yeah. Should they call Re in the first place? They had one, but I don't think... No. Why? 27 o'clock. Yeah, my bad. I misspoke. 27 GMT for them. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why is it not best of 11? Because you... No. Whew. How would have lighters done against Kongs? Well, Castle Age Kongs, if you get to enough lighters, they kill, like everything. Not the greatest choice ever, but it's just a strong unit, right? Hi. Largest army, 45 there for Viper. And that wasn't even counting villagers. Lux, obviously in full control when it comes to wood, stone, and gold there. Viper, 2.7k. He received 8k resources. Lux actually gave 1k away. Holy guacamole. That's a difference of 9k resources. And... Jesus. And Lux still made stuff happen. Crazy stuff. Advantage there in villagers. Was not even fair. 3-1. 3 match points for China. Up next will be Valley, the last home map of Norway. So what civilizations will we have? Vikings, Teutons feels likely. And then we have Saracen, Byzantines for Chaos Pit. Malay, Portuguese for Team Islands. Or Aztec, Saracen. Yeah. On the other side, we obviously have Inca, Magyar for Chaos Pit. Valley will be Slavs and Vietnamese. So we have Japanese plus either Tatars or Bulgarians for Team Islands. We've seen some pretty good games so far. I absolutely agree, my man. At this moment, who would you give the player of the tournament to? Tato? Clearly not Lan. Why is Hamburger not on the map pool? Serious question. You have to ask the tournament organizers. Nacho and T90. The persons to ask. Nearly AoE Portuguese play was pretty good. Yeah, but one good game doesn't get you player of the tournament. And... What? Okay, we have civilizations, guys. And... So, I will just announce them. It will be Saracens for the Viper. And with them will be MbL with Malay. On the other side, we will have Magyars for Mr. Yo. And Tatars for Lux. Mike, thanks for the sub. Okay, why am I confused? I'm trying to explain. So typically on this map, we have one archer player that goes into crossbows, one scout player that goes into knights. On the side of Norway, we have two civilizations that are good archer civs and mediocre cavalry civs. Malay, horrible knights. They can go for elephants, though, that are not too strong. But really cheap. So that is a lovely option. But still rarely to be seen. And on the other side, we have Magyars. A civilization that I think is incredibly good for Chaos Pit, which is one of the upcoming maps. And then we have Tatars, which is a civilization that is pretty poor if the game goes really long. And we still had Vietnamese there, which you don't want for Chaos Pit or Team Islands. I don't get it, guys. I'm excited to see the plan. I'm excited for the after interview. Yeah. This is extremely confusing to me, guys. And I hope we will see some answers being played out by them. This is clearly off meta, and we will either see elephants or double archer play. And Yo lame? No. Yo just ran around and wanted to find the straggler villager, but MbL did scout at home, so no problem there. Remember that you are not allowed to steal a boar with the scout. Harbor play? I don't think that it's that strong on this map, honestly. It is funky, and on a ladder game you can maybe do it. But I don't think it's a winning strategy necessarily. Master and assortment. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Okay, like how my mind is working now is Viper full walls into sling, into melee, fast imp, Saracen bonus Arbalest. That's a strategy that I can see working. Maybe camels? By whom? By the Saracen player? Don't think so. Okay, now some walls. He opens with a barracks pretty late. That looks like scouts to me. So maybe it's just a scout opening by the Viper. Saracens can do a lot of stuff, right? They still have the powerful market, so maybe getting to castle age quite quickly might be an option for them. Which seems to you like more? None! That's why I'm so confused. I think I like China. I hate China's civilizations less. Let's say it that way. Huh. Do you think this is the last game? I don't know. Oh, this is something I hate as well. Such an easy team wall. And both of them going for the big walls to close out. Pooh. Felix Aldi? Yes. Or no, not yet. The registration isn't open yet. Pooh. Like I'm not. I like when I understand what is happening, and at the moment I'm extremely clueless. Okay, walls are coming up. And Viper, is that a stable? Is that an archery range? We will get the answer now. And he is playing an archery range. MbL. He will rush to fuel age, is fully walled. He will play upgrades and then go without a... Okay, he's going stable. So will be Malay. Maybe they just play into normal elephants. And then make an attack happen early castle age. Huh. Okay. I actually start to accept the strategy. So what Saracens and Malay can do, like early castle age, they're incredibly strong. And they just chew through buildings, right? Malay will be relatively quick. And elephants incredibly strong. Saracens can melt all buildings. So the opponent will struggle a lot to delay, which is a good thing against elephants. So maybe Saracen Malay with elephants can actually be a pretty solid play. And that could also explain why they kept this for so late. Because this now is really confusing for everyone. That Malay, for example, was not a considered option for Team Islands, which is still in there. China just has to make pikes, but they won't. Well, pikes? Saracen still goes archers, my man. And what will be China's strategy? They will just play standard. Like, the strategy is pretty clear. They will just go scout into knights for Mr. Yo and archers into crossbow or like Drushfar's castle for Mr. Lux, who then probably will in late castle age decide to sling Mr. Yo. The 7 stages of Neely? Yeah. Denial, confusion, acceptance, and the next step will be I will tell you that I actually invented the strategy. And that Norway should thank me if they win. Doesn't double CA counter that? What? No. If it goes to Imp, who wins? Probably Norway's. Yeah. And if they fail, then I'm obviously the smart guy who from the beginning said, like, this is never going to work. But I understood what they were trying to do. Mimelux plus Harbor win Imp. Yeah, don't let Mimelux be Dreamelux, guys. Archers to follow this one. Viper, how's the Reno? Has the market now, is delaying, fletching to get up to castle age at a reasonable time. Already sold all his stone here. You also said that today lasts until 25 hour GMT. No, I said that they will start 25 GMT. No? And it's already 27 GMT for them. That's what I said. Mega CA counter Mameluk's sorter? Yeah, with perfect micro, surely. But I don't think we will see Mameluk's. It's not a great unit. We will see Arbalest or like crossbow Arbalest from the Viper, and MbL will go for elephants. Yep. Now the market, quite surprising to me. 1 HP militia, 2 HP militia. Well, force the spearman there to come back, and Viper not with the smoothest uptime here. Oh, actually, what? Ah, that's MbL's resources. Okay. And 50% earlier is Lux. He obviously will have quite a strong army, and yeah, he's now going onto archers. For a small moment I thought he's trying to make CA happen. GMT means different things to different people? No. GMT is universal, my man. You probably didn't schedule a lot on AoE zone, where 14 GMT my time is completely different to 14 GMT your time. T-West can vouch for me. AoE zone uses GMT when they should use UTC instead. Shit. 16 farmers, 7 on gold. I think we need to see more farmers there and fewer on wood. Triple stable. Not sure if we can keep that up. Huh. Elephants are cheap, but not that cheap. Not even sure if we can build 6. Isn't Tatars quite good a counter to Saracens with their free thumping and castle? I don't mind them. Yeah, I don't mind them.
Yasakuka Baginda. Ear.
Let's see how Viper will try to approach this one. Scouts lost and
Apa Shasananya Baginda.
3 elephants out, and that was it. Now queues up 2 more elephants, but idle CC behind this will be problematic. Viper's upgrade, well, he's now casually checking into fletching, and the defense upgrade behind this one. Normally wants to go for the second attack upgrade. Kind of a misplay by him. Not really sure what he is thinking. Rushes ballistics though, that is lovely. And oh, that could be the spot where you don't realize that you don't have botkin till very late in the game. Elephants now coming over. How will this one be addressed? That's a big question. Mr. Yo reaches castle age now. 1950, very reasonable time. Surely after all the scouts he built. And MbL trying to chase this one. Oh, this will be a very scary push here in castle age. Nice lead there by MbL. 5 villagers ahead over everyone else. Melee bonus just so good. And continues with all those elephants. Good moves. Neglects villager production a bit. Adds the second TC. I thought this was more lineage than that. Does Monk can be a counter to elephants here? Malay, the only civilization that actually has heresy, so technically that could be the counter. But I think simply crossbows are good enough to counter monks. So against elephants, okay, still good, but simply in a 2v2 composition, not really an option, I believe. Upgrades for MbL, the most important one defense upgrade. You don't even get a second defense upgrade. So that's what you have to go with. You don't get bloodlines, so not too many upgrades to even get. Really loving seeing Malay doing well in a big tournament. Well, I don't mind. The husbandry. I don't think we did see husbandry. And I'm not even sure now, probably people want to correct me that Malay don't even get husbandry. Crossbow moving out. Army will be tricky. Viper with the best numbers. Husbandry is queued up. Okay, there you get your answer. 75%. Just melting through those buildings. Knights +2/+2. Elephant numbers looking okay here. 10. Cavalry not that hot on the other side. Crossbows trying to defend, and they can get some buildings killed. And Malay mass elephant, exactly what we predicted from early of the game. One house deleted, tries to take the engagement. Viper here is getting slaughtered, and then all of a sudden, if the crossbows are all dying, the elephants aren't doing too much anymore. Look at that beautiful engagement. And I think now, just disengage Mr. Yo, and Lux should kill this one quite easily. Oh, and this is the big problem. What a beautiful, beautiful move. Knights, don't take any damage. Oh, this is so good. This is so well played by China. They jumped on the crossbows. Crossbows have to be in the back. And now MbL, can he ever take a good engagement? I don't think so. Has to run away. MbL has to wait for the Viper, who's sending 14 more crossbow over. But elephants, obviously, relatively well surviving here. Phew. Where was Viper? You probably have to rewatch, my man. He was there. Villager-wise, MbL, a solid 10 ahead. Military, pretty even for everyone. Again, jumping onto the crossbow. Good snipes there. We don't see ballistics for Lux, I'm not really sure. Crossbow numbers, relatively nicely defended. Elephants doing a good job of being the meat shield now. Knight numbers, heavily decimated. And Viper does indeed have botkin. So did catch up with that one. Is playing triple archery range, now adding the 4th one, heavily on stone to sell that with the great Saracen market. Mobility for Norway really hurting them. Well, that is the problem with that army composition, right? Viper, untypical KD for him, 20 to 35. Triple stable by Mr. Yo, who's sitting on 3 TCs. MbL playing 2 TCs. The Viper 1 TC play. And obviously 1 TC play by Lux. Why did I even check? Defensive tower was built earlier as well. Now in some intercepting here. And with only having 1 defense upgrade, those knights are not that great. But more army coming over. I think Lux needs to run to the top a bit more. Uh-oh. Could be caught off guard here. Is he trying to run in? Oh, this could be a mistake. This could be a mistake. Because that negates the speed problem, right? Viper dancing a bit. Okay, his job done there. And... oh no. Lux, is that really the fight you want to take? I'm a bit surprised by that engagement. Ay. Lots of army streaming from the right-hand side, but that won't join the party. Tries to snipe down some units. Doesn't excite me too much and now gets completely slaughtered here. KD got way better for the Norwegians and now they take a solid army lead here. Is what I thought, but actually I'm wrong. Now they have a okay-ish lead, I would say. 34 against 35. Well... 33, 35, some in that ballpark. But obviously army value just so much better with all the elephants. Lux needs to run quite far. The numbers are the same. Yeah, this one is far from over. Really close game. Just need to see more crossbows here. We have 5 archer ranges now from Lux. Viper is sitting at a solid 4. Moves out to the goal at the front. Could be an ugly spot. It could get attacked. Monks for China. Already discussed that. Bad option. Like I'm saying, Planet Zoo is on the second screen. So Debbie even bragging that she's smurfing for Viper and still crushing while playing Planet Zoo on the second screen. Oh no, 8 Empires on the second screen. Hill advantage now, pretty lovely for Tatars. I think this could be a horrible engagement. Why are they even taking this one? Against Tatars that are just moving in, getting so many kills. And I think this was pretty good for Lux and Mr. Yo. They still might get cleared up, but that was a long fight with the Hill bonus there for Tatars. But, oh god, lots and lots of losses here. Maybe I misjudged that one. Lux trying to send more to the front. Elephants. Crossbows not in the numbers that they can really one-shot these. Or 2 shots. Pooh, get that one and get out of there. Viper will continue with more kills. Good job. Villager-wise, Yo sitting at 76. Okay. Nearly masses. 130 against 120 villagers, roughly. So, slight advantage for China. Now knocking at the front door here. Not really getting in, though. Nice rewalling by MbL. Tries to do something with Knights. Mobility still on the side here for China. Remember, 3 match point arenas for China to make them the World Cup 2020 champions. Going for the hill. No, go higher, my man. Don't take this engagement. If you stand here, your army is so much stronger. If you stand here, your army is so much stronger. Start the harbor defense. Yeah, well, you need a castle before that for Malay. Before that, they are simply only docks. Now the aggression here. Monastery, as I said, easy choice. Great choice. And the siege workshop now being added. Lots of losses here for Lux. And he doesn't really have the economy that he can allow himself to have such big losses. Oh, we see flaming camels. Okay. Well, that is a bit too crazy. But yeah, would be funny. I would love that as well. China should play some defensive castles and boom. I don't think that's a great option, my man. Don't think that they have the civilizations that transition that well into late Imperial Age. And also defensive castles. Tatars doesn't want to do anything out of the castles. Magyars doesn't want to do anything out of these castles. So, probably like how they're playing right now a bit more. Knights coming over for the defense. Oh, how is this one so open for Mr. Yo? Did he just shift-click, delete all the... Seems like it. MbL, weird production here. 1 villager here, 8 there. Okay, now he cancelled some villagers and is taking another engagement. Knights are jumping onto the crossbows. Crossbows of Lux dealing with the elephants. Good engagement here for China again. Now moves in a bit further and yeah, Lux just has to run. I don't like how little he is standing on hills though. Honestly. Oh, great debation. Great debation here by Mr. Yo. You see how those 3 knights are running away while the rest is dealing with the crossbows at the top. And the elephants are getting killed there. Lovely, lovely play by Mr. Yo. So, so efficient. And now those are just getting mowed down. Well, eventually. Still needs to micro-sum. Look at that death trail of elephants dying. Feels melee, man. Meanwhile, stuff is happening. On the way to Imperial Age. The Viper, 37%. Mr. Yo, 5%. Crossbow moving forward. 34 for the defense, 16 for the attack. I like Viper's chances a bit more. Lion Kick flashbacks was more like Jungle Book to me. One day when we had like introduction of all the teachers, right? And we had like games so that everyone tries to get to know each other a bit better. We had one game where one group had to reenact a movie scene and the others had to guess what movie is. And what the group did was like doing this one and then basically touching the back of the other one and going like this. Trying to imitate the Jungle Book. And I was screaming, "Human centipede!" Sometimes I'm confused why I don't have friends. Well. Okay, now the continuation of the push here for Mr. Yo. We have Viper in the center still pushing. He's going for Arbalest Embracer. Won't really finish in time though before he gets that engagement. And now goes for the aggression in the center. Uh-oh, will be tricky. Some lovely conversions here for sure. Already found quite a bit. Crossbows dropping over there. And MbL's eco, not that great. I would love to see like 2-3 knights being sent in there in the back. Stable's getting attacked heavily. Viper needs to find quite some damage here. Maybe finding the stable that is going for Cavaliers. Decides to go for that stable. Obviously, it's just a random guessing game. Which one he wants to go for. Get some more conversions, but then has to run. Arbalest are moving over. I think Yo can clean this one up. The question is Viper ever allowing himself to get out of position. If he hacks this one, maybe the TC can help out. Cavalier upgrade at 80%, plus 4 defense already finished. I think this is the fight Mr. Yo can take, because Viper can't position himself over there. If he wants to position himself, it has to be in that spot. Finds that one over there. Good enough for me as well. Lovely positioning. Look at how stacked they are. Cavaliers, oh god, like 4 or 5 finding an engagement. Oh, and Mr. Yo has to run. Oh, what? Yeah, now he's taking the engagement again, but Arbalest, just look at the crazy numbers. It looks like 8, right? It looks like 8, but it's 21 Arbalest here. Oh god. What a great find of a spot. Meanwhile, crossbow round. Lux, I hope he's slinging here. I didn't really follow it. Only has 57 villagers, so yeah, the sling won't be that great. Paladin tech now for Mr. Yo, so I will just go and lean out of the window by saying... Yeah, I'm not even sure if that's a real saying. And that he's already starting to sling here. Trying to deal with the elephants. Why is this one opened? Actually good for Viper. What, he tries to go over there? No, it just goes on the gold. That shouldn't be a thing? Yeah, I don't think so either. Yo should go CA. I like the Paladin choice. I think I like the Paladin choice. Castle 8 still for MbL, who's now going for infantry upgrade. Paladin sitting at 50%. More stables being added. And Lux TA2. Oh no. Oh, look at all those crossbows now. Maybe skirmishes by Lux could be added to try to deal with this one. Finding so many more kills. Lux down to 35 villagers, guys. Ay, 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 ay. How do battle elephants do against paladins? I would say pretty even, but obviously they cost more. Okay, now the big engagement. Paladin at 85%. I don't really want to take the engagement yet. Don't really want to use any HP either. Just wait for it. Okay, now jumping on it, and I think this should be an even fight, maybe even a slightly better fight for the Norwegians. Gets a nice concave. Here is Mr. Yo, but that is obviously all the army he has here, and yeah, choose through to get to the Arbalest eventually. Hi, yeah, okay, I like this one for Yo. Obviously, Viper and MbL had no chance of running there. Some elephants still surviving, but Lux is just so incredibly dead. 5 on food and 36 villagers. Mr. Yo needs to carry alone, but I don't see that happening. If Mr. Yo had a solid economy of, let's say, 130 villagers and is thinking about starting the trade, I could see him dominating the game alone. But that's not the case. Okay, that's a lovely raid though against the snake. How much gold income does Viper have? 4 on gold only. Those are the only 4 villagers collecting gold for him at the moment. Okay, that could be a winning condition. Viper moves out at the right-hand side. Do they know about that gold? No, actually they do. Actually they do. Oh no, and Viper finds more kills. This is so good. This is so good. And we are saying the archer player is the one not really having the mobility. But Viper just makes it happen. He finds all the villager kills. Oh god. Oh god, is that painful. Down to 25 villagers is Mr. Lux. But yo, he is hungry to continue. MbL goes on the way to MPLH. More elephants. Goes actually for pikemen now. I think that is the better choice. Has 9 barracks. Continues to be ignoring a bit at the top. 140 population for him. Viper sits at only 90. Might have some losses as well. Sends more Arbalest back. And Lux, well, just trying to find some more kills. China doesn't level the will count soon. This is GG. Yep. Not unlikely, but how can they? It's not like they can really reboom that easily. So it has to be with killing, and well, then the killing has to come from Mr. Yo. Oh god, you need to delete that? Exactly, okay. Now that's better. Arbalest dealing with all those crossbow, and Lux, well, maybe you run around, get over here, and then take the fight again with the hill. Could be an option. Viper with the ballsy move there, but obviously tough to punish. Odds on China coming back. It's not that easy for me to judge. I would say more in the 10% ballpark. Halberdiers will be tricky to be stopped. Viper will get easy on Arbalest. Lux is completely out of it. We now see Corvinian army, so actually might go for Magia Hassa. He's sitting at 122 villagers. Will find more kills, so that is pretty good for him. Viper is still at pop 90. And I think the big problem will be that MbL can't really push without any proper rams either, I would say. And oh yeah, spotted that one. Looks pretty active. Viper dancing with the villagers there. And actually has some surviving. Good job. Paladins could get over there. Mr. Yo still tries to make life hell for Norway. Tries to buy time. The big problem though, with only 2 TCs. Now going for TC number 3. Pop 40. After never losing your base, right? He never lost his base. He only lost units. That's disappointing. What can I say? Just so focused on doing stuff at the front. Now we see coinage by Mr. Yo. I think he should already start sending some resources over. Just so that we have like 5-6 TCs set up. Maybe some markets or something. But that one will be stopped. That TC might even fall. Ay. Pretty damn ugly, surely. And Mr. Yo, where did the Mega Hussar go? Okay, could find some kills there if MbL is not watching. Well, imp upgrades are kicking in, so they will find some kills. Have to be happy with that one. Okay, erection now. But they are just happy killing another TC of Mr. Lux, who just tried to break 40 villagers and drops again. Oh god, he has to be hating life right now. 35 villagers, 9 military. And yeah, he's just microing at the front. Tries to kill some villagers again. But, well, your opponent is sitting on 4 TCs. You are sitting at 2 TCs. So, an eye for an eye, villager for a villager is not really helping you. And now MbL is making the ram push happen with all the halberdiers. Mr. Yo, this is the spot where he needs some support. But Lux cannot provide it. We even see banking, and Yo has to resign this one. G to the G, Norway, with the play with Malay. Interesting. Normally, Malay considered to be one of the archer civilizations, but the cheaper elephant were used to pretty much perfection, and I love that they teamed it up with Saracens to basically not allow the opponent to wall, because elephant and archers, they need to do damage, but often they struggle. So, yeah, here YouTube title. Now, I will upload the full series. But, yeah, this one could potentially go as a single game. Really well played. Nice executed strategy. But, it was all for nothing if Norway is not winning 2 more. They lost because they played with the wrong units? What units did you want to see? And please don't say Cav Archers. Saracens and Malay with elephants and arbalest are the new meta, or this way completely out of the Bible? I don't think it will become the meta. Flaming camels. Yeah, that's could have been a good option. Why do you think Norway changed their role, archer cav player? Actually, that's a good question. I don't know. It was for the strategy. I wouldn't be surprised if they return to their normal composition before. If Lux went for Kashik, they're very deadly. Tatars, please. He had 30 villagers. How do you think he can go for Kashiks? I'm starting to feel like I'm getting trolled. I know that Kashiks are probably too strong of a unit, but you need to have time and you need to have economy to get there. There was no time to switch into CA. There was no time to go into Kashiks. There was no time for Mr. Yo to go into CA. There was massive fighting from minute 17 onwards. There was no time to transition. They simply die. And there's the last that I will talk about it. So we have Valley gone. So from here on, only home maps for China. So we have Magyars gone and Tatars gone. So we see Inca Vietnamese. What? Team Island's Chaos Pit. Inca Slavs? No. Inca Vietnamese? I don't know. I don't know what the Chaos Pit is. It's clearly Japanese for Team Island. It clearly is Incas for Chaos Pit. Slavs don't feel great for Chaos Pit. Slavs don't feel great for Team Island. Vietnamese don't feel great for for Chaos Pit. Vietnamese don't feel great for Team Islands. Bulgarian, the weakest of all of the 5. Bulgarians for the 3 men at arms. Well, you can only beat build 2. Have Saracens lost in this tournament? We looked at the stats earlier in between Series 1 and 2. You might enjoy those. And yes, they did. I don't think you can skip Loom. The moment you skip Loom, like, yeah, you kill 4 villagers, but you might just lose more. Maybe you rush the market and sell woods to get Loom yourself then? Bulgarian Inca have all the aggression on the other side. Market, sell wood, get Loom. Could be a crazy strategy. Inca Slavs? Are Slavs that good though on Chaos Pit? I don't see that. Ally slings for Loom, you're only allowed to sling in Castle Age. Vietnamese would have been way better pick on Valley in my opinion. That's what I said. Well, maybe Vietnamese. Indeed, like, you can land a bit better if you already know the TC spots of your opponents, right? Bulgarians in Chaos Pit for Krapost? Don't see that. Aztec Teuton, maybe Byzantine Teuton, Aztecs, all 3 are options, I believe. But I think all 3 are reasonable options. Yeah. Vietnamese for Lamy on Chaos Pit. That could be a good reason, yeah. Yeah. Slav are clear for Chaos Pit? Why? Is there any info on how many viewers there's China watching this tournament? Nope. Japanese Inca P on Team Islands. Vikings where? Team Islands. Together with Portuguese. Very likely for me. I would be surprised if they play Vikings on Chaos Pit now. Why do you not like Slavs on Chaos Pit? Well, Slavs' biggest bonus is to get onto mass farms. And how do you get mass farms? It's tough to get on Chaos Pit. So our answer will be Teutons and Aztecs. So no big surprise there. The Viper will play Teutons and MbL playing Aztecs. So kind of what they did before. I think they played Aztecs, Franks there last time. And we obviously have Lynx with Incas. And the final answer will be Yo with Slavs. Okay. I'm not a big fan of that. But probably the best that they had to offer, yeah. No, Byzantine's a bit surprising to me. Yeah. How good do you think Saracen market play could be on Chaos Pit? Underexplored, I believe. Underexplored. Tower rush with Incas? Yes. Slavs then go scouts, supports. Aztecs is probably going for men-at-arms. And Teutons probably trying to go for scouts / tower rush defense. Who do you think the top 5 up-and-coming players are? Depends on where you draw the line of unestablished players. 2 Civ wins incoming? I don't see it. Team Islands should be good for Norway. Absolutely. But I don't see a Civ win here for Norway. Tatari Stars, warning. Okay, let's jump into game number 6, guys. Still two match points remaining for China. So we have the Viper playing Teutons. Obviously, cheaper farms, pretty lovely, is pushing his deer in quite quickly. For everyone who doesn't know this map, distance pretty damn short for everyone. We have to chop ourselves to the outside to access more gold and stone. There's no gold at all in the center. We have double berries and some small stone tiles. No boars. Then we have MbL playing at 6. He went for that one because, as we mentioned, no gold. He can go for 3 men-at-arms. One of the 2 civilizations that can do, or one of the 3 civilizations that can do that. I think together with Goth and Portuguese. Or do they? No, Portuguese. What am I talking about? No, just no. Nearly just no. And Incas. Ethiopians. You're right. Bulgarians, no, they can only go for 2. Incas, obviously, their villagers benefiting from blacksmith upgrades. So some fighting machines there. And already going for loom. That means he is already starting to lame a bit here. Wants to wall in some. But MbL is rushing loom himself now. And wants to defend this. Will be tricky. Quite some damage against the eagle. Good start here for Lux, surely. And MbL does not want to underreact. Pulls 3 villagers early on. Meanwhile, we see Yo doing some laming himself. Mill being built by the Viper. Portuguese? Did I put Portuguese somewhere? No. Aztec have minor woodshop bonus? Yeah, not really. Like, the distance is so short here. It doesn't really matter. Ooh, open wall for, like, open field wall for Lux again. Will continue to be annoying in the long run. I've never seen this map in map pool. Well, welcome to the channel. We had lots of good and entertaining games on that one. Big mistake by Mr. Yo if he wants to get to the outside quickly. This is a very efficient lumber camp if you want to collect a lot of wood. But actually chopping through, obviously diagonal, will take you way longer. Way longer. So he will stay long feudal age is what I'm getting from that one. Something I don't like at all. I think it's a big mistake. Let's hope it was intentional. Huh. Is this map actually ever in the 2v2 map pool? I really want to play it on ladder. I would be surprised. I would be really surprised. Yeah. I would advise against it. I think for casuals it's a horrible map. Like the start is so differently, it's just painful rushes. It is entertaining to watch. But I think it's very unenjoyable for casuals. But that's only my expectation, or like my view on it. What I think casuals would think. I could obviously be wrong quite easily there. Lux is preparing the pain. Yeah, he is. Eagle around 17 HP, villager has 16 HP. Oh, could lose that one. Give me the open wall. Oh no, is losing. He has to lose that one, right? Yeah, Eagle is now in the perfect spot to defend it. Up. Okay, Lux lost that villager. And his Eagle is just at home, pushing some deer. And that's a relatively high population here. Obviously, by sending that villager that early, it is becoming a bit trickier. We see Mr. Yo on the way to feudal age. Same goes for the Viper. So the scout players pop 21 and pop 20 here. Not even going for the second mill yet. Sends more villagers onto wood. And yeah, I'm a bit surprised by the choice here by Mr. Yo. His cast age timing will be incredibly late. But if we are going into the wild game and if we see the Inca villager rush, then it doesn't hurt to go for like 12, 15 scouts. 2 on stone. All the high HP villagers, or actually every single villager should be high here, because we don't have any boars. And the TC just collecting some more food, and then probably will move out. The question is, where will he attack? I don't really find an easy spot. Something over here could be lovely. Send a third one on stone. Eagle in the center. Lost. 4 HP there for MbL. I think this is a spot where you... it's tricky. Do you want to scout? Or do you want to... heal him in your TC? Tricky. Okay, two militia now. As we mentioned earlier, man-at-arm could be afforded eventually. 4 on berries there. First outpost and looks. Well, where's the blacksmith? Is rushing it out at home and gets town watch first before he gets wheelbarrow. An interesting choice. Most of the time people try to get wheelbarrow very, very quickly there. Simply that the villagers have some more movement speed. 3 militia out. Not the greatest opening by MbL, and that could be in range of the TC indeed. Tower has to be cancelled, and indeed was. Let's take a look. Defense upgrade now for those villagers. Scouts around. Already taking the first kill here. Good opening for Norway here. Militia still around in Eagle as well. And now the defensive tower by the Viper. Remember that Teutons could be pretty good in that one. Defending the tower rush because they can fit more villagers in there. Shiny Boy gifting a sub to Cortez. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoying the show. Villager fight now continuing here. First man at arms. Finding some kills, finding some damage. And the damage output out of the Teuton tower is obviously incredible here. And Lux needs to find another angle. Has to run. Low HP on those villagers. And Viper not really getting the scout numbers out though. Low HP villagers. And all getting saved for now. But I could see some more kills happening. 3 scouts. Oh, Viper sending everything. That is a risky move. Low HP villagers fighting at the right hand side. Another one falls. And I think Viper will commit quite heavily. Rushes down that tower at the top. Oh god, the tower will go up of Lux. The question is, what will he do afterwards? Not a lot of scouts out by Mr. Yo. And that's the problem of Slavs, right? Do they really get the production? That's why we often saw Lithuanians with that one. Simply because they can get the 2 scouts out a bit quicker. The Slav bonus just takes some time till it really kicks in. And now even... well, he's just facing mass spearmen as well. What can he really do? But villagers are falling. I can give you an overview. Yo sits at 28. MbL pretty high as well. Lux and Viper obviously suffering quite a bit. Villagers now being pulled. Do we see a kill there? No, saves that villager. Is still around at that angle. And, well, that is a nice wall in by him for sure. Spearman, can he find more kills? And yes, he does. Scouts have to run. Interesting defense. Viper waltz in that villager is taking that fight. Not the craziest one, but surely a crazy game. Tower rush continues. 3 very low HP villagers now. Nice quick wall by Lux. That was an underreaction by Viper. Didn't he pull like 6 villagers? 7 villagers? Maybe it was. Now goes on to stone. Next tower goes up and Lux. A relatively good eco behind this one. And I'm a bit surprised that he is not pulling more villagers. Honestly. Like, if he goes from forging now... He only has 5 forward villagers. No, he has 6 forward villagers. That is quite surprising to me that he invests 150 extra food for that. Why not more scouts from the Viper? Well, he pulled 6 villagers. He had to pull villagers onto stone. He built the defensive tower. It is not that easy to put on the numbers, right? He had all the army in his face, while Mr. Yo, Slav economy, and can just happily produce. Mr. Yo, 75 wood away from chopping through. Viper, 35. Okay, Yo with a good job there. And next tower, and wow, that will just continue. Will be really problematic for Viper to get the full control over that one. Builds another tower, but with only 3 villagers. Not the craziest thing ever. What does Luke see? Didn't have the greatest scouting. Just knows that MbL is over there. But they are not too scared of an Aztecs player, apparently, right? Viper pulls those villagers away. Still 5 scouts with forging against no forging on these 2. Viper, is there a hole? No. Will we see those quick walls? I assume yes. And Viper, that's a whole left-hand side. Okay, killed that one. 37 HP. And scouts won't get the hits in. And maybe even blocking off the back could be a good option. Huh. Okay, now goes for the stone of the snake. Spearman around. Shouldn't really find too much. Those villagers, even though they're very low HP, should be dealing with this one quite easily. Oh, I just saw MbL canceling stuff. So he's thinking about castling himself. While Lux prepares, go number 2. And that should just start with the tower at that angle. Even rushes through at that side. Only now with wheelbarrow. Pretty damn late, I have to say. Or pretty damn early if you consider it for economy. Oh, that villager should have not been there. And it's just getting tickled to death. Outpost. Won't go up. MbL putting some stuff. Builds a defensive tower. Might put him behind a bit. And MbL, is he going for eagles? What is happening here? Is going for 5 eagle scouts? No, that's slowing down your castle age way too much, my man. He has an archer range, has a blacksmith, and now he's pulling some villagers. Hallelujah. Uh-oh. I think the eagle production just makes 0 sense. They're so weak, and you're slowing down yourself so much. Where's the market? Where's the castle age timing? Another tower, villagers, oh god, and Lux gets so much value. He gets so much value out of this one. Just repair this tower. 60 HP. That one could go up at the left-hand side. And then MbL has to retreat, I believe. Not enough damage output on that tower. 60 HP. Barely keeps it alive. More villagers being pulled. Another one goes down. MbL has to bail on this one. Oh, God. Lux is fighting so much damage. Can we finish this game with a villager rush from Incas? 6 eagles in production. Make it 8. Look at the resources of Lux, non-existent. Why are we not on the way to Castle Age? Look at what he's queuing up now. He could have clicked up ages ago. Where's the market, MbL?
Rogan?
Krautzwickler, thank you for your prime. Loses all the farms now, and that's all the farms. Maybe 4 or 5 can be used here at the right-hand side. But another tower. Dealing more damage. And no, that's not a thing, MbL. You cannot address this. You cannot attack this. Just another tower. Oh no, oh no. Now he clicks up to Castle Age. Where's the knights? Knights are coming over. Yo, behind this one, went to Castle Age. Tower at the right hand side, rush down. Good job. How many spears do we have? Only 1 spear is for getting focused down by the tower. You see him getting hits from non-villagers. And now, oh god, Lightcav even mixed in from the staff player. Knights are killing. This one is looking damn good for China. Walls behind this one. Probably on time. Another tower could come in. All the food eco gone. Fully on gold now is MbL. Update on Viper's side. He is on the way to Castle Age as well. Not on gold though. Behind this one, Yo instantly spawned in gold. Great for him. Another tower up and game is over. China is your World Cup 2020 champion and over $7,000 richer. What a great, great play. So strong on the home maps of Norway and their own home maps alike, and finishing it off on Chaos Pit with the Inca Will Rush, something that was kind of expected, that they knew was coming, but they couldn't deal with it. Maybe Viper could have pulled 2-3 villagers more against this. Maybe they could have anticipated a bit more. Eagle obviously very low. Couldn't really scout it. Viper I was so distracted. And China #1 again. Awesome game to finish the series. Aztec 315 now. Oh boy. Looks overall MVP. He also had some dying games, right? But yeah, finals MVP. It might be Lux. He played this one so lovely. And yeah, I can't wait for AoE zone. Oh, Mr. Yo is the kryptonite of the Viper. This was a team game, and China did win it in the end with a crazy, lovely play on Chaos Pit, which again delivered exactly to its name. We will try to jump into the interview that T90 will be doing with Mr. Yo later on. Holy moly. KD so low. 23-minute game to finish it off. I think MbL could have gone for Castle Age earlier. Archer range probably not needed. Wanted to go for crossbow there or something. I'm a bit confused. But Eagles against... yeah. Would not have felt great either.